Promise you. J Main. J Main. J Main. Once you go wide, you don't go back, bro. You don't go back, bro. Once you go wide, it don't go back, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I can never see myself ever in life buying a 16, like a 16 by 9 monitor in my entire life, brother. Ever again.
Monitor? Is it the 21 by 9? Was it? I don't even know the ratios.
Yeah, it's 21 by 9. I have a 40.
21 by 9.
I balled out on mine a little bit. I got the new joint, the 45-inch
Is that the
LG
LG?
OLED
See,
5K 2K, the 5K
yes,
2K
that
joint,
Joe. That's literally the one I recommended to him. That's literally the one
brother,
I was doing my research, and
brother,
I was looking at that shit. I'm like, that's
brother,
nice.
brother, sensational, absolutely
Fire, right?
sensational, sensational.
Yeah. If he
Cause
caught that shit, I'm gonna go over to his crib and check it out. If I fall in love, I'm gonna have to make some changes.
dog, tell him to install Battlefield since you mess with Battlefield and
Yeah,
play
yeah.
that on the ultra wide. You're gonna be like, yeah, I need this. I need that.
Oh shit, Streets is
I'm
saying
telling you.
Pluto now.
Yeah. Okay, yo, come on, guys. Tell us, yo, because I hate at the end of the podcast, then y'all commenting that, like, yo, Kofi, you were mad low. This, that. Yo, so let us know while we live, bro. Let us know if our mics are straight. I will appreciate that. You know what I mean? Shout out to
Let me go mic
Arcade in
check
the
real
chat.
quick.
Says J Main is low. Let's see if we could get him up. Let's see if we could get him up. Get him
Mic
louder.
check, mic check, mic check.
I just maxed you out on my end. Say something again.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me know how I'm sounding in the chat. Appreciate
Is
y'all. Thank you.
Is J Main okay? Let us know from right now, or we will not proceed. Is J Main okay, or do I need to turn him louder? Do I have to turn myself up louder?
What did you
If
turn me
my
up
voice,
on?
Discord, you know when you right click, you can right click and
Oh,
drag a
okay,
person's.
Discord
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I maxed you out. If my voice is a little raspy, yo, I just got over really bad sore throat, just feeling sick, but I do feel better now. You know.
Mm. I'm gonna get you some. I'm gonna send you some elderberry, my boy. Take
What
you
is
some
that?
elderberry every day.
What is that?
It's an immune system supplement. You know what I mean? It's some real good shit. It's like
Oh
drops,
yeah.
and you put the drops on your tongue and pause, and you know what I mean? You just swallow it and do it every day. In addition to some other supplements that I take, but once I take the elderberry, I got a bunch of shit, bro. I take lion's mane, I take elderberry, I
Yeah, that
take
GTA 6 got you moving different. Yeah, that GTA 6 got you moving different, bro.
for real, for
By any
real.
means necessary, bro.
Any
Popping
means
mad pills,
necessary,
mad
bro.
vitamins.
Vitamin D3, fish oil. I'm taking every one a day vitamins. What else I take, yo? It's a whole. I got like a whole. I got a pill pack now. I got the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I got my morning
Oh
pills and then my
man.
evening pills. Like, dog, I'm taking all types of supplements
By
now, dog.
any
Like,
means necessary. We gotta see the dates. We gotta see the day. You know what I mean? We gotta be there when that game drops, bro.
for
Um.
sure.
Okay.
They
So
say
DrewTube
turn
is
me
saying
up for
turn. He's
more.
saying turn myself down. All right.
Wait,
So let's
what?
see if I can get. They're telling me to turn myself down now, bro. So let me know if
Where
I'm
you
okay
see that
now.
at?
Someone said I'm kind of loud. I did increase my shit a lot, so hopefully I turned it down. To hopefully it sounds better. J Main, I need to see if I can get you if I can get you a little bit louder. Hold on.
You might have to turn up the desktop capture audio in the disc in the OBS because that controls, I think, the OBS
Yeah, I got
audio.
that shit. I got that shit maxed out though, but I guess I need that shit louder, you
Maybe
know?
throw a filter on it.
Hold on. Maybe I have to go to my mix. Oh, my mixer, it's max. Yeah, let me put a filter on it and add a gain. Yeah, add a gain. J Main, say something. Give me a mic check.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Let us know how we sounding. Appreciate y'all, of course.
All right, hopefully J Main sounds better.
Wait, let me check my microphone audio in my settings.
Nah, I
Make
think.
sure that
Well,
didn't
I,
go
I turned
down.
you up. I turned up real high on my end. So if you crank
Okay.
yours up too high, it might sound crazy. Let them. Let's hear what they say. But as the podcast is going, let us know if we need to adjust anything. All right, don't just sit through the pain. You know what I mean, and complain after the fact. We got 29 people in here. We haven't started yet.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead
using
and
the wrong
hit that
mic,
like button.
bro. I'm
Oh
using
yeah.
the wrong mic.
All right, switch
Yeah.
over.
They
Switch over.
so they
Let me see.
I probably will sound louder right now because I'm using the headset mic. Let me switch to my Blue Yeti.
We got 31 mans in here. Go ahead and hit that like button while I shout out a couple of people in the chat. You know what I mean? If you're in here, say what up. Say what up. We haven't done a podcast in about what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but we back. Why is everyone's name different now, bro? Like,
All right.
what's up?
I'm gonna do a mic check real quick. I
Oh, you
might be
shit
loud.
loud as hell. You shit loud as hell now,
Yeah.
bro. Holy.
God, turn me back down.
Yeah.
Turn me back down.
All right, it's all good. I adjusted your levels. Let me see what up, man. Who up in here, man? We got Arcade
Everybody
in the
got
chat.
at names now.
Yeah, what's up with the at name? That shit's so weird, bro.
I remember Twitter did that. I mean, not Twitter. YouTube did that for like the users, but I didn't. I mean, like for the channels, I didn't know they was doing it for the chat as well.
I don't like it.
Wait, is it like that on the mobile app too? Because that might make it easier to like, you know how when you like kind of going back and forth with somebody in the chat, if unless like you can't like really at them on the mobile app, but if you on the desktop app, you can at them directly. They would kind of have to just see it. Let me see.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Oh
that's
well,
old.
I guess I gotta start using. I gotta get used to some of these new names up in here, man. But some of them are the same. We got Lee Greeny, got OG, Drew Tube in here. What's up? What's up? We got the Ray. I don't want to say your full name. I might get flagged. The Ray. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. We got Jazzy in here. You see it? You see it in the chat? We got Marshmallow. We got Leaky in here. We got Blessed in here. Who else up in here, man? James Lewis. What's good? Kevin. What's good?
You should have streamed out.
Mario. What's up? What's up? Retromatic. What's good? He says, I need the Jays to give LA a good scare tomorrow. You know what? Big shout out to the Jays.
Might win.
Big shout out to the Jays. I don't really be following baseball, but hey, they said the Blue Jays hasn't won since 1993, so you know I gotta represent. You know I gotta shout out the Blue Jays, bro. That was the year, yeah. They haven't won since 1993, and this is an opportunity for Toronto to fix Drake's L. That you know what I mean. This is an opportunity for Toronto to fix the Blue Jays to fix Drake's L on the city. You know what I mean?
If I'm Drake and Toronto wins the World Series, not only am I gonna like make it a big thing, I'm probably dropping a record at the same time and capitalizing off of the momentum
what you did last
from
time.
Toronto.
That's what you did last time. You don't remember when I think was it 2019? It was Money in the Grave and that other and Money in the Grave and the 2-pack. You forgot Money in the Grave and that Amaretta or
West
something.
Coast sounding,
yeah,
Amaretta.
It was When I Die, I Put My Money in the Grave and Amaretta or some shit where he was or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know, but
that was when the Raptors won.
That's when the Raptors won. I think it was 2019. No, we're in that 2019 champions.
I think yeah. They won 2019 for sure.
2019, yeah. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. If I like I said, my voice sounded a little funny. It's just that I'm just getting over a sore throat, so I apologize for that.
When I die, I put my money in the grave.
You know what?
That song hard.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, I was listening to some Drake today while I was at work. You know what I mean?
Oh, Omerta. You talking about Omerta?
Yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah. That's it. It was a 2-pack.
Yep.
I was listening to some Drake today while I was on the road, at work.
Still the boy.
And I almost said a tear. I was listening to early work. I almost said a tear. You know what I was listening to?
You was listening to like Take Care era?
I was listening to earlier than that, a little bit earlier than that. Or a lot earlier. Okay. I was listening to Paris Northern Music.
Oh, that's my shit, bro.
That's
one of my favorite Drake records,
bro.
Dog.
I almost shed a tear listening to him. Like, yo, what happened to my GOAT, bro? What happened to my GOAT? I'm like, this guy was this Drake was different.
From Augusta, who just had his living suit dry clean, bitches was up.
Yeah,
that's my shit right there. Yeah. I used to play that song like over the Aston Martin music record. Like when that came out, and Drake was only on the hook, and then he dropped Paris Morton. I didn't play Aston Martin.
I swear I heard the other joint first. I thought the other joint came out first. I swear it did. Then the Rick Ross joint came out. Because obviously Rick took his record, no? I swear his shit came out
unless
first.
You was plugged in more than me. I heard Aston Martin first and then Paris.
Oh, yeah?
That came after for me, yeah.
That's why I heard Paris Norman first. But yo, honestly, I was listening to that song. I'm like, yo, this man was different over at this time. Like, what happened to this guy, bro? Like, this guy kind of fell off a little bit. Like, his earlier work is insane, absolutely insane.
I just think at that point in time, he was creating the sound versus him kind of like I just feel like
hopping
these
on
days
sounds,
he's
right? Like hopping on
he's
the
hopping
sound.
on waves too much rather than creating waves.
Yeah,
So
I would
keeps
call
it
that the Drake
relevant,
sound.
but
I would call that the Drake sound. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
absolutely.
that kind of underwater. You know what I mean? Tone with the beats, yo. Like
what
that's
is 40 still working with Drake? I be hearing
know,
things
man.
that like 40's not working with Drake no more. I be wondering
that man's a
if
sick
that's
man,
true.
yo. I don't know.
Who,
He's a sick
40?
man. Isn't 40 a sick man?
Literally, yeah, he's sick.
Mm.
I don't know if he's
Yeah, the
trying to
Drake.
be funny, but he's really
Nah,
a sick man.
I think he's a
yeah.
sick man for real. Like he's a sick man. But yeah, the Drake and 40 early era sounds were incredible, yo. Absolutely incredible. You know what I mean? I'm still waiting for this Iceman bomb. I don't know, man. From what we've been hearing dropping, listen, I don't think Drake is capable of making bad music per se, but that shit that kind of touched you, I don't know. I haven't felt that in a minute. The last time
And
I heard
even
a
when
Drake,
he gave us that, even during this whole Iceman rollout, he gave us a little bit of that, and then the beat switched to some other shit. I was like, no,
yeah, he's doing that too much. He is doing that too much.
No.
See, like it comes to a point not every record that he does now has like a beat switch. I feel like it's sometimes too unnecessary. I feel like it kind of takes it away. Like he kind of made that thing. I want to say he obviously not the first one to do that, but he definitely added to that whole beat switching thing with obviously a lot of big records. But I feel like nowadays, when it like he switches the beat when it doesn't need a beat switch. Like perfect example, like what did I miss? I think that's a huge slapper in my personal opinion. I like the first half, the energy of the first half. The second half of that song, even though I see people like it, for me, I feel like it kills the momentum. Like it almost sounds like some trophies type of shit. In what did I miss at the beginning? Then he switches it up, and I'm not really a fan of the second half. It's not bad, but I wish he kind of kept that beat, bro. Not everything needs a beat switch, bro.
Yeah, you gotta let the track breathe.
Yeah, man.
Yo, you know what would be fire? Because tomorrow is the game between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. It's a home game for the Blue Jays. Yeah.
Game 6.
And if the Blue Jays win, it's on
That's
Halloween. If he drop a Scary Hours or some shit like that, that would be kind of hard. That would be kind of hard if he drop a Scary Hours for the championship or something like that. That would be hard.
He should capitalize on the momentum because it seems like he needs. Yo, bro, before we get into the some gaming topics, real quick. Why are they slandering Jay-Z's name on the timeline like crazy these days? Have you noticed that?
You know what I'm like? I don't take these opinions about Jay-Z on social media serious these days because Jay-Z to them is like an old rapper. He's like how we kind of look at like Slick Rick and motherfucking
really?
Yeah.
That's how they look at them. That's how they look at.
That's how they look at Jay-Z. Because when the last time Jay-Z had like a hit record? You know what I'm saying? He don't really produce hit records like that. So his name is just his name off of what we know him from. And we know him from being the GOAT. So nowadays when people bring up Jay-Z, it's like if you wasn't around, like I would say even like early 2010s, then you probably just gonna look at Jay-Z as one of them old heads that people like praise. But you like, what has he done?
Nah, they playing with his name too much. I think he needs to pop back out because I think they playing with his name a little bit outside too much. Like
I knew it was over for the young boys when like Yachty didn't know Biggie records and shit like that. I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right. They, you know what I mean? They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They just don't give a fuck.
No, like, he too nice. Pretty much. I think he did make a comment way back. I think it was in like a Twitter space. For some reason, it went viral again, saying that because I think it was surrounding the whole what's it called? The verses that happened. No Limit and Cash Money, right? Money. So I guess it started circulating again.
That too. Yeah.
It started circulating again. Like Jay-Z's comments about doing the verses, saying that no one could hang with him, and people pretty much are quote retweeting it under that thread, going crazy. Mad slander for Jay-Z. Man said I can't even name 5 Jay-Z records. I was like, what?
What?
Man
That
saying
sounds
man saying
that sounds
Drake will
insane to
man
me.
saying Drake will wash him. Man saying Nicki will wash him. I saw man saying mad man.
Nicki.
Man said Future will wash
Listen,
him. I saw mad. Yo, they're mad slander. Mad
Drake would
slander.
definitely be an entertaining versus.
I don't
I
even
don't
think
know if
so.
I'm.
I don't even think
I
so.
don't
You know why?
like because the
Because
sounds, the
I
complete
think I
different
think
sounds.
I think the sounds are so different. Because if Jay's doing a verse, it's on some straight hip hop shit. If he once again, if he comes and does Dead Presidents 2, what's Drake gonna follow up with? Marvin's Room, One Dance, Hotline Bling?
Yes,
No, it
it
doesn't.
ain't
It's
gonna
not.
it ain't
And
gonna flow
first of
right.
all,
It's not gonna be
Dead
a good matchup. That's what I
yeah,
would say. It
and
won't be a
Dead
good matchup.
Presidents 2 is like a listen. Is it did it was it a #1 hit? No, but that's like a record that as soon as you
Jay
hear the
Z
beat, that song's been sampled a million times too. Like
for
that's like a
sure, for sure.
cultural. That's like a cultural record. You know what I mean? J. Cole sampled Dead Presidents. So if he
Of
comes and does
course.
Song Cry, like what's Drake gonna
Come
follow up
on.
with Song Cry? Like these
You
are like
don't know?
certified. These are like certified classics. It doesn't
Nigga,
matter
allow me
if
to
they were a top 10
reintroduce
hit.
myself. My nigga,
Like you know what I'm
like
saying? Like yo,
encore,
what are we
like
talking about, bro?
he got too many records. He got too many records.
But the thing is,
But
the records
the
are impactful beyond just yo. This charted in Billboard type shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like those, like
yeah,
his
yeah,
records are like certified street records. Like you know what I
yeah.
mean? I don't know if like One Dance is gonna well, work. Controller is gonna do the job, bro. Like you're not coming with that and work with Jay-Z. So I do understand. Like
Yeah, nah,
I
I
never
don't.
understood that matchup, bro. I think Jay-Z, especially if they're coming on the stage and it's about performing too, which that's an aspect of verses of coming and
Yeah,
performing. You know, he's gonna put on a clinic. I don't even
of
think it
course.
would be fair. It would be. It's
It'll be
almost like
like
the whole
a lot
Dipset and
like
locks.
Jadakiss shit.
Yeah. Like they put on a clinic. I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
The Dynasty beat, that gotta be the first song that come on. The intro to the Dynasty, oh my
You
god,
know what they're
that
saying
was
too?
at the
You know,
motherfucking tone.
you know what the slander they saying too? They said that all of Jay's his record has a like a feature on it. You know what I mean? Like
That's not that's wrong.
they're trying to throw dirt on his name, saying like, yo, our names
They
for Jay
trying to act
records
like
about
Jay Z is Ja
Beyonce,
Rule. Get the fuck out of here.
about Beyonce,
In
Rihanna.
fact, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Jay Z diehard fan. I like maybe one or two of his songs with Beyonce.
Me too.
Overall, I
I'm not
hate
even a
those
big fan of
records.
that. Yeah,
I hate those records because to be honest, I feel like Jay Z ruins those records. Like I don't like Jay Z on those type of records. I hate those records. So like I only got like maybe one or two
yeah.
that
But
I really like.
That
Crazy in Love
Bonnie and
and
Clyde will
Drunk in
join.
Love.
Bonnie and Clyde
And
joins.
the
That
Bonnie
one
and
is
Clyde is
Bonnie and
fire.
Clyde one is fire. It's
That's
fire.
fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know. Like Kanye West definitely.
Kanye West is a good matchup. Kanye West is somebody in the verses that I think that he clears majority of the music industry, like a majority of them. I don't know. I think Kanye West smokes Drake. I think Kanye West and Jay-Z, even though like look,
Kanye West producer half of them shits.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like Kanye West clears like literally 99% of people too, bro. Like let's not get it twisted. Like Kanye West smokes everybody, bro. Like what are you gonna do up against when he comes and starts playing some tracks off like Dark Twisted Fantasy, Graduation, like College Dropout? Like it's no competition, bro. There's no competition, bro.
He got one of the best discogs in the game. I don't know about this recent shit. To be honest, I haven't heard a Kanye project in a long time.
It's
I think the last thing I heard was Donda.
I listened to Vultures too.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to that shit.
The funny thing is like the production be good, but like just the bars, like the bars are just trash. You know what I mean? He ain't rapping anything about nothing. Yeah, man. But Kanye discography
some of Jay-Z
is crazy.
freestyles be better than niggas.
Can you imagine if he came and he did the Grammy Family freestyle?
The Grammy Family?
He performed that? What is Drake going to do on the stage? You can't do nothing.
I was
you can't
just
do nothing.
listening to that freestyle too.
Yo, like if he does his freestyles, like those Hot 97 freestyles too, like how Jadakiss did, yo, I think he outshines him on the stage, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
They going good night you with. I was listening to the Grammy Family freestyle. That joint had me. Then it got me on a deep dive looking up Malcolm X and stuff. I was going on a deep dive because he mentioned the Malcolm C. Martin C. Biggie Pac successor out. It's dope though.
Yeah, for real.
So. Did you watch any of the verses though with No
I
Limit and
did, I
Cash
did, I
Money?
did. I caught it. I caught it today actually. They put it on Apple Music, so I was watching it. It was all
Yeah,
right. I feel like Versus hasn't been the same ever since Dipset and Locks, bro. I really do feel like that. Like it just hasn't
that's a
been.
high ass
I
bar.
feel like that they set the bar so high for entertainment value that no
Yeah,
other Versus has amounted to the Dipset and Locks one. Like that was. I don't even know how
that
you
was
follow
crazy.
up. That one was
You
insane, bro.
can't.
Like
You
that was
can't. The
so
only
good.
thing that could beat that, and probably even it would probably be more anticipated than anything, is like if one of the big hitters got in there. Like if Wayne got in there, if Jay-Z got in there, maybe even 50 or what's the name? Kanye West. Like if one of them got there, the
Mhm.
anticipation would be as big. But that performance was so great
That's what I'm saying.
that
It's
it
even
just
transcends
trumped
the
everything.
yeah. It even not it transcends the music of what they did on that stage. You feel me, Jamie? It's almost like just
Yeah,
like
it does.
the trash talking, the entertainment value.
Yup. Yup.
Jadakiss comping on Joel Santana, taking his bandana and dashing it on the ground. Like you can't even pay for this. Yeah, what kind of
Already
entertainment is
suffered
this?
defeat. And then that point where
Yeah,
he's on stage talking about the real New York and the camera zooms
yeah,
in.
yeah.
I don't be
Yeah.
in
You live out in
Colorado,
Miami. You live out in
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, like what? Like you can't do
Yeah,
that.
and how it
You
jumps
can't.
into the you got 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from New York, yo, bro. I was like, what? That was crazy. I don't think any verses was better than that one. They smoked it. They absolutely smoked that
So
verses,
what
bro.
I'm gonna say is it was a couple verses that was like during the pandemic that I would put very high because like when it was just when it was first starting, the novelty of it was amazing. Like we stuck in the house, it's nowhere to go, and these
Hmm.
motherfuckers is getting on Instagram,
Ram
going
live,
back
yeah,
and
that was
forth
fun
with
times.
and they was just playing the record, so the quality was not the best, but it was still decent enough. And you just get the little comments in between. Those
Yeah,
times, I would say some of those could match up. But when it got to the performing on stage,
on
that Jada
stage,
Kid, that Locks
yeah,
and Dipset, there's nothing beating
yeah,
that.
yeah. Nothing beating
Nothing
that.
beating that.
Yeah, yeah. No, but the thing
Dope
is, I
time.
feel like with the big artists, yo, like right now, at this stage in a lot of their careers, we will probably never see that because I feel like they too big for that kind of stage, right? A lot of egos with
Yeah,
that one. Like Lil Wayne is not gonna do a versus with nobody because he feels like he's the greatest of all
he gonna
time.
do it by himself.
Yeah, he could do a
I knew
versus
his
by
ass
himself.
wasn't
You know what I
showing
mean?
up to that Cash Money
Yeah,
versus.
yeah,
And they
yeah.
had the nerve to play his record. Like I wouldn't have played shit from Lil Wayne that night. His ass did not show up. Like they had way more records that they could have got into. That's why No Limit won that. They did it right.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
Limit came hard. Snoop Dogg came out. They had Chopper
yeah,
Style. Come on, that was my song. That was my
yeah.
song. Chopper
The No
Style
Limit,
went crazy.
No Limit definitely had it. If Wayne was on the stage and they could get into Wayne's bag a little bit, it would have probably been a
Yeah,
different
that could
story.
have helped. They could
But
have helped.
yeah, No
Yeah.
Limit got that one. All right, let's get into some gaming topics, man. It's been a while since we did a podcast. Hopefully, we did a whole lot of talking, so at least you guys got a good gauge if our mics are sounding good. You know what I mean? So let us know if we need to turn down anything or turn up anyone. All right. But we're back with another episode of Good Gaming, and we're gonna talk about some shit, man. It's been a while. I hope everybody's blessed. Hope everybody's staying healthy. If you here and watching the podcast live, go ahead and hit that like button, man. Show us a little bit of support. The like button goes a long way. You know what I mean? And we're gonna get to it. J-Man, man. What you been playing, man? Your time is almost up. Your time is almost
Listen,
up. 25 games beat. You promised by the end of the year. We're literally about to be in November. You got December. What's the game count right now? Let's hear it, man. What's the game count right now?
you want to know what the game count is? Listen, I got a trip going planned for New Orleans in a couple weeks. That's the game count. Listen, it's so bad. I'm not even giving my game count. That's what I'm gonna say. It's bad right now. I'm already
Come
preparing to
on,
lose
bro.
this challenge. I'm already preparing to lose this challenge, so I'm saving up to 250
Come on.
now so to give away during the Game Awards stream. It's over. Listen, this
Oh,
challenge is
man.
over. It's done. I'm not gonna hit it. I'm not gonna hit it, y'all.
Damn.
I probably got like
Damn.
maybe 8 or 9 games beat right now. It's bad, brother. It's bad.
I
But
think,
I'm not
how
mad.
much do I
I'm
got?
not
I might
mad
almost
at
got
my
20 now or 18. I think I got like
see.
18.
Yeah. I just been, I do my thing. I work a lot though. I do work a lot. It's not an excuse or anything. I'm not trying to make no excuses, but it's just my time do be other places. I play what I need to play and of course what I love, but I ain't gonna hit 25. I was talking shit at the beginning of the year. It was a nice goal, but I'm not gonna hit it. I'm not gonna hit it.
I know your backlog must be devious then, because there's a lot of good shit that dropped. Have you even played Expedition?
Insane, I started it, didn't go back to it. I didn't even beat. Oh my god, Doom.
I
What's
didn't
the
beat
new
Doom either.
called?
Dark Ages. I haven't beat that either.
Expedition 33. Where else can I go with it? It's mad more shit, dog. I'm just
mad shit. There's mad shit.
I'm just blanking right now, but it's mad shit.
Mad shit that dropped, yeah.
Oh, Assassin's Creed Shadows. I still want to play that.
Me too.
It's so much. It's a lot. But you know, it's only so many hours in a day that I could really get into it. In fact, it's gonna be interesting when my like end of the year thing comes out for PlayStation, because I think my PlayStation Portal will have more hours than my PlayStation 5 itself. Like that's how because I usually get my gaming time in when I'm at my second job, and I usually work that during the evenings. So I do like 5 hours at my second job in the evenings, and it's mad low key.
Sure, you're not Jamaican, bro? 2 jobs? You're not Jamaican, bro?
Nigga, you see what inflation? You see inflation? Shit is hard.
I know you did your ancestry test, and they said that you're African, but you might be Jamaican. How you working, bro? I don't know, man.
Nah, might be Jamaican. Definitely turned me Jamaican.
Yeah, and hey, real quick, then the prayer shout out to all my, my Jamaican people. You know what I mean? Prayers out to them. Sure. I heard they got hit by a really bad hurricane, and you know what I mean. We gotta send prayers out to Jamaica, bro, for real. You know what I mean?
Hurricane Melissa definitely hit them hard. So yes, prayers out to all my peoples with family in Jamaica. If you in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying.
I grew up with mad Jamaicans, bro. I grew up with mad Jamaicans,
too,
bro.
My best friend is Jamaican, so like, and I used to always be over at his house. So his dad, his dad was a real Jamaican. Like he in Jamaica right now. Actually, I got to check in.
I grew up hanging out with a lot of Jamaicans and Filipino people, bro. That was my fan group, bro. A whole bunch of Filipino people and Jamaicans.
In Canada
and Jamaicans, yeah. In my area that I grew up, it was a lot of Filipinos and Jamaicans, bro. So.
Now you know who was heavy out there when I was there? It was Trinidadians. Is that how you say it?
Indian. Are you sure? Are you confusing them with the Indians?
Well, they might be Indo-Caribbean. Indo, isn't it like Indo and an Afro? Like,
brother, if you stayed a little bit longer, yo, I ain't want to get into it, but it's the Indians, bro. The Indians are all over here, bro. The Indians are all over here.
For sure. But there's like Indo-Caribbean.
Yeah. There's Trini. Yeah. They got the Trini. You got the Trini folks here, the Guyanese folk. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the Punjabi folk took over, bro. The Punjabi folk took over, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Punjabi folk took over, bro. Shout out to all my Indians. Yeah, they heavy out here.
I've been playing, of course, Battlefield 6, and then Ghost of Yotei. Those have been the 2 games that I've been going back and forth with. I'm low key thinking about picking up this Arc Raiders. I know I don't have time for it, but I was watching a couple videos on it. The game looks cool. I think like for as far as like the extraction shooters, it's a lot of like it's like a lot of downtime in those games where you just kind of exploring, searching things and trying to gather loot. But then when you do get into those moments of combat, whether it be with the AI or it is with the enemies, it do create some intense moments. And I think that environment, that atmosphere, that setting of that game, I think it lends very well to an extraction shooter. So if I come across it, I might, pick it up, but I do really want to get my hands on it. And I freaking got invited to the marathon, alpha, whatever the fuck it was. Didn't even get a chance to play it.
I know.
Didn't have no time to play it.
Wow. I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
And the thing, you know what it is I have to just come to terms with? When it comes to multiplayer games, at this big age, I only could be a casual when it comes to just multiplayer because I can never invest enough time into it to be, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's just other games I want to play. Whether it be single player games, like there's a whole laundry list of single player games that I need to get to. I can't commit. That's the thing. That's why I couldn't even really get into like Street Fighter. Like when Street Fighter was announced, I was actually excited, but the time that it'll take for me to actually become a competent player to actually play the game is gonna take hours. For me to get good in Dragon Ball FighterZ, I had to play that shit for like 600 hours before I actually could bang. My rank is actually high online. You know what I'm saying? Like. I don't think I can invest that much time in a multiplayer game. So these days, if I'm playing a multiplayer game, I'm playing it casual. You know what I mean? I'm playing it
Yeah,
casually.
it's
You know what I
because it's
mean?
too much. Because we play everything. We're not
Yeah,
just
yeah. I'm not the Call of
one.
Duty gamer. I'm not the
Yeah,
Battlefield
we're not
gamer.
like
I'm not
one
just.
genre
I'm not the.
gamers.
Yeah, I'm
We're
not. I play everything. Yeah, exactly.
That should be a
So
gift and a curse because you want to play so many things, but you
yeah,
can't because you got to get to this, you got to get to that, and
yeah,
then you want to talk about it maybe on your YouTube channel or your Twitch, and
yeah,
it creates a fucking mess.
yeah.
It's a
So
mess.
after just you know come to terms with it when it comes to like multiplayer experiences. I'm just gonna be a casual now because I just can't invest the time to play on multiplayer for a long duration of time. You know what I mean? When I especially got these all the other games I'm trying to play. Um,
I buy
but yeah.
games probably more than I play. Like I probably have more games beat this year than
Yeah.
more games bought this year than beat. Like we at that age where we could afford to buy the games, but we don't have the
But
time
that's just the
to
time.
invest
It's
in
just
all
the
of those.
time. Yeah, man. The time. Your
Like I
time is so
wish I
precious,
was a
bro.
kid right now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It'd be heaven. Game Pass would
For
be
real.
heaven.
For real.
All these games coming out would be heaven. Like I didn't care. Plus, at that time, I didn't care if it was AAA, AA. Like it didn't fucking matter to me. If it looked fun, I'm playing it.
And you got a girl, bro. And when you got a
That
family,
too.
then when you also get a family, then
That
you know
too.
what's up, bro. Yo, everything takes a
For
little bit of
sure.
your time, bro. Everything takes a little
For
bit of
sure.
time. Work takes your time. Your family, kid takes
Yep.
your time. Then
Trying to
the little
commit
time
to
you
your
got,
health takes time.
bro. And I'm at that age now. When it hits a certain time, J-Main, I'm trying to sleep. I don't know
Sleep.
about you, bro.
Yeah.
Back in the days, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I could stay up. I had motivation to maybe play a game. At this age, bro, it hit 10:30. My eyes are already like sinking, bro. Like I'm already, you know what I mean? Like I can't do it, bro. It is what it is. It's part of growing up, man. You see, y'all seen the progression through how we used to do YouTube to how we do YouTube now. Things change. It's just because mans are older now, bro. You know what I mean? We have other priorities and things to take care of, bro. Like I can't do what I used to do, bro. It's just a reality. I can't do what
I'm
I
gonna
used to.
definitely I'm gonna treat my vacation time a little bit different at work next year. One of my plans is to like take weeks off and just chill at the house and game.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
do one of those type of weeks and you know what I mean get into some more stuff and because right now like a lot of my vacation time though would be for like trips but I usually trip like I try to line it up for like the weekend so maybe I'm taking like a Friday off and then a Monday off and that way I'm only taking 2 days off and then I'm the weekend I have as well so yeah it's definitely it's time it's a management type of thing
yeah,
like you
yeah. It's
know
a fight for time, man. When you grow, when you're older, that's what it is. Now I see that, and time moved different, bro. I remember. I know we're off on a tangent a little bit, but I remember when I was in elementary school, a calendar year, J-Main felt like eternity.
yeah
One calendar year, as an adult, a functional adult now in society, working, paying your taxes, taking care of your family and stuff like that, bro. A calendar year, like
goes by
it
quick.
just it goes quick. It kind of scares me a little bit. Like, god damn,
Yeah.
like why is time moving like this? Like it never really felt like this in my younger age. Like it's
you
actually
were so
insane.
because we're so occupied now. Like before, you just had time to burn. So it's like
Yeah,
when
man,
you
it's
got time to
different.
burn, it moves slow. When you occupied, it goes quick, quick, quick.
Yeah,
Days just
the
be like
weeks
hours.
the
Yeah,
weeks just
it's
fly
like
by, bro. It's absolutely insane.
mhm.
Absolutely insane.
Like, it was just summertime to me. Now we about to be in
It's cold.
about
It's
to be
cold outside.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
cold
bringing a
outside.
bubble coat out. Like it's serious.
It's cold outside.
Winter hats and shit.
Yeah, for real. What's it called? As for me, what have I been playing? What have I been playing? I've been focusing on Ghost of Yotai. I've been trying to really clean that game up. I must say, J-Main, as the more I've been playing it, the more my score has been going down, J-Main. My little internal score has been going down. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I know some ain't gonna like to hear that, but low key, I think Sucker Punch needs to put Ghost down and work on something else for their next game. You know what I mean? That's personally, that's how I feel.
So
It's not that the
I'm
game
not
is bad.
all-
It's not that it's bad. So don't switch up what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I think the game. I think it's a good game, but I don't know if it could just be a me thing. Even though they do mix it up with the open worlds and how things interact. I really do like it. This narrative is really not all that engaging to me. First of all, the story of this game is kind of like just whatever. Like I'm playing through the narrative. I'm not really engaged too much in the story. I felt like even with the first game, I thought the story was dope too, but I wasn't like super in love with it. This one, the story is just whatever. I still like how they do the open world activities and environments, but it's just I'm ready for it to be over. I'm playing it, and
Okay.
I feel like I'm ready for it to be over, and it's not over. And that could be because I'm going for the 100%. It could be that. And then I'm not just beelining the story. It could be that,
Yeah.
but I'm ready for it to be done. Um, the
Yeah.
game
So I'm gonna
series,
put a
it's a
little
good
bit of that
series, but
on you. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on you.
yeah, the game series it's good, but I won't lie. I think I had more fun playing Ninja Gaiden 4 in terms of a gameplay, just just strictly gameplay perspective. I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, Kofi's tripping," but I think Ninja Gaiden Fun was just more enjoyable to play. But you guys know me. I always come out and tell you guys I like the high action,
You
flashy
like the high
combat,
flashy? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
unrealistic
yeah.
shit. That's like kind of my bag. I like those games that like that. Even I did my review for Ninja Gaiden 4, and I had my criticisms for that in comparison to like the other ones. But if I'm obviously Ghost has better like other things going for it that is better. Obviously the open world game, graphics, it has other things going for it that is better. But I'm just talking moment to moment gameplay. Low key, I think Ninja Gaiden 4 is a more fun game just to play as a video game. You know what I'm saying? Like just the combat in the game is mad fun, mad entertaining. Even though I think even that game has its shortcomings. But yeah,
Yeah, because
Ghost
you
of
barely
Yotai is
talked
a
about the story in that review. You
yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
I
we
said it's
here for
mid.
story.
Yeah, I
You
said the
just
story's
moved
mid.
on.
I definitely said the story's mid. That's what I'm saying. Strictly on just a gameplay, combat perspective, I think it was low key kind of more entertaining. I was having a little bit more fun doing combos over there because I feel like I guess there's just a little bit more to it. You know what I mean?
Okay. What
Versus
difficulty are you playing Yote on?
I'm
Is it
playing hard.
normal?
I'm playing hard. I'm
Okay,
not doing
so
lethal.
that's
I'm doing hard.
is that okay? Lethal and then
The
hard,
hard.
then lethal.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
I'm doing hard. I'm
Okay.
doing hard.
What I would say is I'm not 100% like against what you're saying. What I would say is I think as much as like people like their open world games, to me I think Sucker Punch needs to go back to linear experiences.
Make something
And
smaller, right? Maybe a little bit
yeah,
controlled, a little bit of adventure. You know
because
what I mean?
I just think with them like they either don't have the budget or maybe they don't want to have the budget. They just don't hit all of the boxes for me when it comes to open world. And I feel like if they was to just to scale it down, it would be able to be higher. Like the quality would be higher on more levels than it is
I see.
now. Like I just feel like everything in their open world game is just like good. It's like okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. And then maybe like for me, I really do like the combat with all the different weapons. So I would say that's great. But I think nothing really like is above and beyond like, oh shit,
And
this is amazing.
even that J Main, I was first praising it for that. I came on this podcast and praised it. I'm like, yo, instead of the stances, they kind of switch it up for the weapons, right? For which one has
Yeah.
like a positive. But even then, now that I'm this deep into the game, even then, if now I'm starting to feel a little bit shallow, just because you're you're just limited. You're just limited with the amount of moves you can do. It's a lot of like you're doing the same kind of moves. If you understand what I'm trying to say, like I don't know if they would have to make Ghost more like square triangle. You know what I mean? I don't know if they have to make it that kind of combat system to make it a little bit more engaged. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know how you've played a Ninja Gaiden before, where it's a real combo
Yeah, for
heavy, like a
sure.
Devil May Cry, versus
Yeah,
where
yeah,
this
yeah.
game you got your light, you got your heavy, you press your triangle and circle to do your thing, you do your
Yeah.
little ghost thing, you stab the guy on who falls on the floor. Like,
Right. This one is more
yeah,
like it's more give and take. Like, you do attack, and then kind of you not waiting, but the enemy might hit you back and you got to deflect and dodge and,
deflect,
and
yeah.
parry and stuff like that. Yeah. It's definitely more of that than just ultimate combo a motherfucker up and now you on to the next nigga. Like
You know what?
it's definitely
You know what? Maybe I enjoy games that offer a little bit more freestyling, that kind of
yeah.
combat. I think that's just it could just be a me thing. I think I just enjoy games that have that kind of freestyle gameplay mechanic more. You know,
Yeah.
lets you experiment with moves and try to do some cool shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just my flavor. That could just be strictly a me thing. But once again, I am enjoying the game. I'm having fun with it. I'm about to. I think I should be done with the game by this weekend, at the rate that I'm going. I don't know what else. What else have I been really playing? I think outside of that, no, I haven't been playing anything new. Yeah, just Ghost of Yotai. I just been focusing on. I'm trying to really nail one game at a time now.
I see your slander on the timeline for Battlefield 6, and we don't
Oh,
appreciate you from the Battlefield community.
The funny thing is, I don't even think I'm even like saying anything too crazy about it. Like,
No, it's the nonchalantness about it that speaks loud.
my nonchalant. But you guys have to understand. I've said it many a times. I've never been a Battlefield guy. I've always preferred like even Call of Duty over Battlefield. You know what I mean? That large scale warfare.
Man.
Is fucking annoying to me. It really is annoying to me. I see why some people enjoy it, but that should be annoying as shit, bro. That shit is annoying, bro.
They cater to breakthrough now.
First of all,
multiplayer, they cater to breakthrough. The maps are small. Like the positions that they put the flags at, it's all condensed in a smaller area. Like if I have an issue with Battlefield right now, it's the maps. Like that's my biggest issue with it, is that it doesn't feel like a large scale all-out warfare type of game. It feels more like close
quarters. Hold on, J-Man. I'd slander BF6 too if my KD is 1.2. Right now, my KD is 2.6, by the way. My KD in Battlefield, since I stopped playing, is 2.6, by the way. I just want to put that out there. Go check.
How many times niggas was picking you up? How many times niggas was picking you up in Battlefield?
Tony tried to get that off. Tony tried to get that off on the timeline, and with his fucking lies, he tried to get that off. He tried to get that off in his damn lies. But all my games, I was going crazy positive. If I'm doing, listen, am I at the top of the leaderboard? No. Because low-key, I wasn't playing the objective. I wasn't capturing my shit. You know what I mean? So these guys will have a little higher score than me. I wasn't capturing my shit to get these fucking points. I was just killing shit. Cause it's so much shit going on. Who gives a fuck? Like, am I really a factor in this game? That's why I like these smaller, that's why I like these smaller controlled multiplayer games where like it feels like I'm actually a factor in the game. Like, you know what I mean?
You're a factor, bro. Trust me. I played 2042 and felt like a factor just taking over one sector, and that's like what 100 and
I don't feel like I'm a factor, bro.
Bro, you
I don't feel like
I'm
I'm just in the motion. There's mad goons in here running around, tank blowing up this man. Like, yo, like when you play a multiplayer game, I like to I popped in a little Halo Infinite the other day, drop a 30 little clip, a little 30 piece out of 50. 30 piece out of 50. Like, you see, I put the mans on the backpack and, you know what I mean, held it down. Like, you actually felt like you did something. Playing Battlefield like I got like 50 goons on my squad facing the other 50 goons. Be like, yo, what am I even doing here, bro? So you know what I did, J-Man? You know what I did, J-Man? I played like the Call of Duty 5 smaller game modes. I'm like, yo, this shit kind of banging still. I'm like, this shit kind of popping. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, this shit kind of popping.
Like Russian shit like that.
I played a smaller map. I'm like, because the funny thing is like, the funny thing is like, the Battlefield, like the controls, the guns, everything felt great. Like I have no slander for that. I think the game feels amazing, and the shooting mechanics, I think all that feels great. It's just the overall concept of the large scale warfare is just I've just never really been like super big on.
That's what I fell in love with. So we're the complete opposite. Like I
used
to be the Call of Duty Twitch guy, like running all about the kills, and that's all that matters. But once I fell in love with like you going into a match and the tanks mattered, like the vehicles mattered, the different classes matter with your medics and your engineers. Like these guys can take out the vehicles. Then you got these guys that could get you up quicker. Then you got the assault guys now that could, well, in this game, they have like different abilities in the recon with the snipers and UAVs and shit like that. Like falling in love with that system. When everything is clicking, that shit is amazing.
You know what I don't understand, right? So we got shout out to my boy Visions. He's in the chat talking this shit. I played all my games with him. He never seen me go negative. I never understand how can you be bad at a game and not go negative? I don't get it. Is Battlefield different? Like, is it different than games that I previously know? Like, I have never went negative in Battlefield. Never.
When you win a squad, going positive is not hard. So that's just facts, because you can communicate with those guys and those is your niggas. So they see your name that you went down, they picking you up. When you playing by yourself with randoms, it's way harder to go positive because them niggas don't give a fuck. They don't care. They not gonna pick you up. They walk right past you. You in there screaming through your microphone. They do not care. So if you get, I mean, it's easier to get carried when you're with your guys.
Okay, so when you're in a squad. Okay, so I see. Man, fuck Battlefield and let y'all have that shit. I don't care. I'm trash. Who gives a shit? I'm trash at a game, quote unquote, that I don't play anyway. So who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. This one, we got a super chat real quick. This one's from Quan Zuma. He says, "Where's J-Main beating Bonanza? 4 hours is spooky." Oh,
Who?
is he checking your stats? Is he checking your
Oh,
stats?
he on my,
Is he
he
checking?
on my Switch friends list, brother. I haven't booted up my Switch since.
I was just thinking about that the other day, bro. I haven't turned on my Switch in a hot minute, bro. I'm waiting for that Metroid. Yeah,
um,
when that Metroid joint, that's probably the next time I'm gonna turn that shit
Now I'm
on,
gonna
bro.
get back to Bonanza. And like I said earlier in the show, I just don't have a lot of time these days to play games. So like, if something I want to play more than other, it's just gonna take precedent over. So when I was playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, Death Stranding 2 came out. I'm gonna focus on Death Stranding 2. And then I didn't beat Death Stranding 2 to damn near Ghost of Yote came out. And that's gonna take over for Donkey Kong. So that's
Yeah,
all it is.
yeah,
Now if
yeah.
Metroid Prime 4 come out, I
I'm
probably
copping that
will
one, bro.
drop everything and play that because that looks great.
Yeah, that game's gonna be good.
But that just is what it is. I'll get back to it eventually, but yeah,
J-Man, is
I
this
got
true?
everything now.
Lee Green says a 2.0 KD in Battlefield is like a 0.8 in other games. Is that true? Is that true?
It
I don't
depends.
know, bro.
It depends on what mode you're playing. If you're playing Breakthrough and you got anything less than a 2.0, I think you trash. If you playing Conquest, I think it's different because
Yeah.
Breakthrough you have a lot of opportunities to get
That's
kills.
Tony's. By the way,
Especially if
that's
you're on
Tony.
the defensive side.
That's Tony's favorite game mode. By the way, I just want to put that out
Yeah,
there.
but-
That's
yeah,
his
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
game
yeah.
mode. By the way,
That's the KD farming game mode.
that's
Because
his
if you're playing on
favorite game
defense,
mode. By the way,
all you're doing is waiting for the attacking side to come over to your side to try and plant the bomb. Niggas is
that's a
farming
fact.
kills crazy.
If you go check his
profile,
profile, bro, mad hours and breakthrough and all them things, bro. I
I'ma
told him. I
shoot
heard
him
that's
to-
not the.
I'ma-
I heard him. That's not the. I told him the other time when I see him. That's not the real Battlefield mode. Apparently, they say Conquest is the real Battlefield mode.
So Conquest used to be the real Battlefield mode, but Breakthrough definitely took over in popularity. And that's why the maps are the way that they are because that's why I was going to say I'm going to shoot Tony some bail. They built the maps around Breakthrough this time around versus building them around Conquest. That's
I
what they
see.
did. So
I
that's
see.
why the maps are the way they are. Conquest, it feels like you have to like the way Conquest goes, the map might be big, but then all of the points of capture is all close fucking together. So it feels condensed. And that's not how Conquest used to flow. It used to be a very good distance between the two capture points or the next nearest capture point. Rush definitely used to be the main. Rush is not the main mode no more though.
I
Rush
don't know.
it
I
was
don't know
it
shit
was
about
Rush
shit.
Conquest and then Breakthrough.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there it is, man. But that's all the games that man's been playing. At least I guess we could get to some of these topics though, for real. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Let's get into it. Let's not even waste no time, bro. Halo
Halo.
campaign. Halo campaign evolved, which was a funny name. That's a funny ass name to name the game, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Campaign evolved, bro. But
So
who
somebody
cares?
had
It's just a name.
tweeted that out before the reveal, and I just thought he was like,
He was
being
trolling. I feel
funny.
like I thought I saw that too.
And it was the real name for it. I was like, okay, but it makes sense because they didn't include the multiplayer, so they wanted to make it like
Clear that
this
it's
the
just the
campaign.
campaign. It's just the campaign.
And it's evolved. Like they
Yeah.
added the
Yeah.
sprint, and
Yeah.
I think it was 4 people could now get on the Warhog. Like
It's 4 people co-op. It never Halo Combat Evolved never had 4 player co-op either
it was
locally.
2.
It was only 2 player co-op. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 4 player co-op is a new thing. It never had.
Okay.
It never had 4.
So how you feeling about this, man? I wasn't a Halo OG, so I didn't get on Halo.
I'm
maybe
a
like
Halo
3.
OG. I'm not one of these Halo mans that popped on with the 360. I was in the trenches. Halo 2 Xbox Live.
We was roasting them Halo 1 boys in the lunchroom. That's all.
You know what I mean? Halo Combat Evolved was there at launch, OG Xbox. Halo 2 was there at launch, Xbox Live. I was when I heard rumors that they're remaking Halo, I was actually excited because I know they already did Anniversary
That was one of
before.
your ideas.
I know.
I remember you saying
I know they
that.
did Anniversary a while ago, but Anniversary is just almost like a little bit of it's like a coat of paint versus where it's almost like, you know what I mean? Like they just polish it up when you can switch between the 2 modes. But I wanted a proper remake. Well, this one, it seems like they're gonna be adding like some extra levels, some prequel levels, which is cool. I'm very interested to see how those turn out. And they have done a lot in terms of visual detail. They have increased it a lot. The game looks good. I see some people complaining. But you know what I have to come to terms with? When you come online, you're just gonna see mad people complaining about everything. You log on to
Bro,
Twitter, niggas complaining
I'm
about Call of
tired.
Duty, complaining about Battlefield, niggas
Battlefield,
complaining. Bro,
everything.
everyone's miserable online. So I have to just come to terms with that, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody's
Me
miserable.
too.
Yeah,
I,
everybody's
I don't even
miserable
go in
online.
like I see a post and I just know what the comment section gonna look
It's
like.
gonna
I
look
don't even
like
go in
just
there no more.
yeah.
I just like, all right,
Everyone's
how I feel
miserable.
about this, and then I just move on.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So go figure. They showed the Halo, and we got a whole bunch of miserable people complaining about this, that, and everything else. Like, I don't even know why the whole sprint thing is a conversation, J-Main, when they said you could literally toggle it off. I feel like that should even end the conversation right there. Point, like, no, it's optional. You could just turn it off. It's not even that you don't even have to press the button. You could just turn it off. Why is this even a conversation? You know what I mean? So it's just weird. Like, but my initial impressions with it, I thought it looked good running in Unreal Engine 5. Hopefully the performance is good because we already know how Unreal Engine 5 games usually be on.
And I was seeing some stuttering in that gameplay video.
Yeah. So hopefully
I'm gonna shoot some bail because it's early footage, but I would not be
Yeah.
surprised if there's some traversal stutter in that game.
Yeah, but I personally thought it looked good, especially artistically. I know they added a few mechanics that was in other Halo games, like hijacking vehicles. Like you couldn't hijack a vehicle. I think they introduced that in Halo 2, where you could jump on a vehicle and kick a lead off and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that was introduced in Halo 2, and they're bringing it into this one. So I do like that little quality of life things that they're adding to this game, and I'm excited for it. And it's releasing on PlayStation. That that was the big news. The final pillar is finally coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation, which is Halo. I think this was, even though we all foreseen this coming, J-Main, I think it's just a wild sight to see regardless. Like,
it is.
Once we saw Forza on there, like, come on, like, what are we talking about? Once we saw a Gears release, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're releasing Forza and Gears, like, why are you gonna
only
stop?
One thing is left.
Well, why are you not gonna do Halo? Like, it doesn't even make sense. And the funny thing is, Halo, out of all the franchises to maybe expand it, Halo is probably the one that makes the most sense because we kind of see it struggling. It's not where it used to be. You feel me? So maybe you could revitalize it a little bit by bringing it somewhere new for people to kind of discover it. Even though I'm pretty sure a bunch of PlayStation players probably had a 360 way back and played a Halo game before. You know what I mean?
A lot of PlayStation mans went over to the 360 after PS2.
Yeah,
so they probably
I'm pretty sure
some type of Halo.
Some type of Halo before. So the fact that Halo is available, like I've said this prior to like any of this, I always felt that if Halo was ever going to make a return in today's type of climate, it needs to be a multi-plat. It needs to, if it's going to compete in any form or fashion with like the big dogs, one day it would have to be on everything. You know what I mean?
I agree, but I felt like wouldn't they need to have the multiplayer to go along with it? Because that was not with this release per se. I'm just speaking the franchise in general, Jamie. Not like with this specific release. You know what I mean? I'm just saying if Halo's going to succeed today, it needs to be on everything. Yeah, and you're right. It has to have. So you're saying like anything? I'm just saying for the franchise in general. I'm just talking about the franchise in general. If they want Halo to actually have some legs, first of all, they gotta create a great Halo game. From top to bottom, of course. That's a given. But I think it can't just stay on the Xbox ecosystem anymore by itself. It needs to be everywhere. That's what I'm saying. I think Halo. That's the only way it captures some sort of audience or big scale audience again. On top of it, obviously being great. But yeah, this game does not include the multiplayer. I know some people were pretty disappointed about that. Me, I'm not too mad. Personally, I'm not too mad because I am hearing that there is a multiplayer project coming. It'll probably come down the line. I'm not really tripping that we're not. You think that's like a new Halo game, or I think so. Some type of I think so. I think the rumor is a new Halo multiplayer is coming. It might even be multiplayer only. It might be multiplayer only. That's what I heard. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because I like I said, I do think Halo's identity of Master Chief is a important and popular character. But I think multiplayer was what set it apart, especially for what it did for first-person shooter multiplayer games on console at the time.
At the time, yeah, it was big. There was no game other like it, bro. Yeah.
That was iconic. So I thought when they brought it to other platforms, it would include some type of multiplayer.
Yeah, they'll give the full package, right?
Yeah. So I'm
But
not mad at this remake of the campaign. I just kind of wish that they
I was
extended
I
it
feel
to
I you know what I feel
multiplayer.
about this. I feel like I don't feel like this is how I look at this is not like some sort of mainline type of project personally to me. I feel like this is kind of
Like a
almost like a
test
teaser,
game.
like a teaser game. That's what it feels like to me
Yeah.
personally.
Something they could whip
And
up
I'm
quick in the
okay.
new
Yeah,
engine.
and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like I've been thinking about
Mhm.
re-experiencing. Like I low key not too long ago, I installed Master Chief Collection. I was thinking about like running through like the Halo campaigns again, but low key I might wait because there's another rumor. I don't know how true it is, but there's another rumor that they plan on doing this for Halo 2 and 3. So, and it's only be campaign only. Apparently, that's a rumor right now, but take it with a grain of salt. While they're working on
Okay.
this new Halo game with multiplayer and stuff like that. But the community director did come out during the panel because they did announce this during the Halo Championship, like the
Championship,
multiplayer, esports
Ain't nobody
thing.
watching none of them champion esport
We
games.
were just there for
Nobody.
we were just here for the
Once Halo
reveal,
was
bro.
announced, them viewer numbers dropped. Niggas was like, all right, we out.
Facts, facts. The community manager came out with a PlayStation shirt. First of all, way to make a statement. Came out with a PlayStation
Flexing.
shirt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's like,
Said,
"Yo,
"Kids,
from here
move
on out."
into a
Yeah, I saw the
frenzy."
crash out. I did see the crash out. And he said, "Yo, Halo from now on is going to be on PlayStation. It's going to be on everywhere." And I personally think that's a good thing for the franchise overall. I think the franchise kind of needs that, but more so than anything, they just need a hit with a good game. But I feel like what I'm scared of is that the damage might be already done for the franchise. There's only so much mistakes you can make before it's hard for you to garner that audience that you once, or that attention that you once had back in the day or in the past. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when Halo 4 dropped, there was excitement around Halo 4. I'm pretty sure if we go back and we look at Halo 4 numbers, the sales are probably really good. Because I remember there was excitement stirring up for that game. But the thing is, with each release that 343 has done, it seems like it's been a shortcoming, and you don't want to get to a place where, see, they got to a place that they had to rebrand the studio name. Like we have to like really take that they rebranded the studio name because the name, like the branding was kind of ruined. Like the 343i, when we hear about that, like the branding is kind of messed up, so they had to reboot and call it Halo Studios, call it something else, right? So I'm just hoping Halo's not at a place where that it can't, like it made so much mistakes that it can't garner that kind of attention that it once did again. Will it ever be able to come back to the glory days? I think it's going to be a hard task, but I think Master Chief is a character that a lot of people grew up playing, and it's a lovable character, and they just got to do him right. You know what I mean? They got to do him right. And
Yeah,
I think honestly,
I don't think it'll ever return back to that glory
that
days
kind
that it had.
of yeah.
But I do think it does have a space within this multiplayer climate. I just think they gotta, like you said, like if the next project is multiplayer focused, then I think that's okay. Because I think if that Halo Infinite launched with a multiplayer where it's at like now, and I know that's hard because we're talking about years and years of content and stuff like that. But even if it was what they did six
No,
months
but it
to a
was
year
bad. It was
after,
bad though, cause
it was really
it was
bad. It
bad. Yeah,
was. It
it
was
was.
bad. And
The map, the
all
amount of maps. I don't know
all
how
the
they were so unprepared. Which it leaves
yeah.
me scratching my head because like you go back and you look at some of, like if you look at the launch of Halo 3, J-Main, bro, that was the full package. Like, why is it so hard to release a game in that kind of state? Halo 3 had
Games as a
mad
service.
Halo 3 had mad multiplayer maps, from the big
Yeah.
scale maps to the smaller scale. It had Forge day one, J-Main. It had theater
Right.
mode day one. Like it was just everything that we wanted in the game. You didn't have to wait for none. So anything after that was like almost like some extra type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it felt like a
Right.
complete package, and I feel like Halo's been missing that feeling for some time now. Like, I'll stand by it. I think Halo Infinite, it still plays great. Like I said, just the other day I went to go play a couple of matches because so much
Yeah,
Halo talk.
gameplay
I'm
was
like,
great.
the gameplay
Gameplay
feels
was
good. Even in Halo
great.
Infinite, it feels really good. Like they kind of nailed the way that game plays. I also stand on it. The aesthetics of Halo Infinite, they nailed the Spartan look. I hated the direction that they went for Halo 5. Even 4, the direction of even just Chief's armor, the visual direction, they were just taking it some places where it looks weird. It looked funny. They kind of brought, with Halo Infinite, they kind of made it a little bit like the direction, almost like a Halo 3 style kind of artistic direction in terms of like the Spartan armors and stuff like that. I thought it looked amazing. I'm like, yo, they did so much right here, but they couldn't really deliver on the content side of things. You know what I mean? Like we had really really long seasons, hardly any maps, and they just couldn't keep up. If they released Halo Infinite's multiplayer with a better complete package on the multiplayer side, it probably would have had better legs, because the game actually plays really good. So we gonna see with the franchise, man. We gonna see with the franchise, but they could be just taking the the little Capcom approach. When in doubt, do some remakes. You know what I mean? It's not a bad way to get people back. Thinking about your franchise, man. Remake some of the classic games, and I think that's what we're about to see. They're doing Halo Combat Evolved. If they're not gonna bring Master Chief over to the PlayStation, then the rumors of this Halo 2 remake and Halo 3 remake in Unreal Engine 5 might be true. You know what I mean? They might release that there, so the complete sagas is everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? The complete sagas are redone everywhere, and gear up to release Halo 7 or whatever they're calling that. You know what I mean? They're calling it Halo 7 or whatever.
Yeah, the PlayStation video on YouTube got more views than the Xbox one, so I think the interest of not only Halo being on PlayStation, but that being a shocker, but I think the interest might be there.
And honestly, I really hope that this launch is perfect. Even though it's without the multiplayer, they nail everything with the campaign, the prequel levels that they added. They
just got to make sure that performance is right.
If they nail it, because honestly, right now, you're only gonna get this novelty once. You feel me? With this first release, the novelty comes once. Halo's on PlayStation, so maybe you're gonna get extra eyes on it in the sense that people are just gonna pick it up just because, like, yo, what the fuck, Halo's on PlayStation is catching attention, right? You don't want them to buy the game and have a bad experience. You feel me? I think, that would be like a devastating mistake. So I'm hoping that at least with this campaign, they nail it. The performance is good. It runs smooth. The new additions that they added are dope. And, it starts somewhere, like a little upwards trend of like, yo, we actually fuck with this. This is a good release. You know what I mean? To build momentum for the next release. Hopefully, if the next release is a multiplayer project, it's a complete release, man. If it's not complete, do not release it. I do not understand these guys, bro. You know what I mean? I think that's my issue nowadays, especially with modern game multiplayer games. Like, they hardly release. Yeah, it's hardly complete releases, and I don't get it. Back in the 360
I think with
era, that era, we got complete multiplayer games, bro. Like, I don't know why nowadays we just can't get a complete full package multiplayer game than anything extra is just like extended.
It's the subscription model. They wanna keep you within the game's ecosystem as long as possible. So they want to drip feed you everything. But what they fail to understand is if you release a content product,
a sizable content at least
launch,
day one. Yeah,
people will be actually more inclined to support you going longer because they can trust you on what you're going to be releasing in the future. Releasing bare bones and then promising things later, that's a bad business model, and they need to learn that. With Halo Infinite, didn't they like split it up? It was like the campaign you could pay for, and then
I believe the
multiplayer was like free to play. Yeah, that's what they did.
Free to play. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you pay for the campaign, you get that, and that might be like feature complete. But then the multiplayer was like, what the fuck is this? It's bare bones at launch. So yeah, they gotta fix that. They gotta fix that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think the way Battlefield did it, where you buy the $70 game, you get the campaign, however you feel about that. You get the multiplayer with the maps and then all the content there, and then the battle royale section is the free to play portion of it, and you go from there.
I haven't really seen much complaining about when it comes to Battlefield's content wise. Would you say, as someone who plays Battlefield, would you say you're satisfied of how they delivered? Do you think they delivered a full package in that sense across the board? Obviously, like, yeah, we heard the campaign is not the greatest, but whatever. We're there for the multiplayer, but we're glad you added that in, whatever. But would you say the multiplayer portion, like with the maps that they have, at least with the sheer amount, not about if you like them or not,
I would say
would you say it's
the
there?
amount? The amount of maps is good. Whether how you feel about the maps is different. And then I do think like the progression in the unlocks is pretty decent. Some of the stuff is, a lot of the community is complaining about it not feeling like grounded and stuff like that. But that's besides the point. Is it there? Are things there for you to unlock? I do think the progression is pretty decent. They have to make some tweaks there, but it definitely, to me, it feels like a complete product. And then they added on from there. So,
okay, all right, that's good. Yeah, so what I mean, I think Halo dropping on PlayStation, I think it's gonna be a top seller on a PSN. What do you think? I think it's gonna be one of those.
I agree.
It's a top
I
seller on
agree.
PSN when it
Just the simple
launches.
fact that Halo was on PlayStation is gonna get people like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like this is crazy. Like I would
yeah.
have never guessed this would happen.
I guess my next question to you is, how much do you think it's gonna cost? It is. They're calling a full remake. Do you think they're charging
Oh,
full price for this joint?
full price. Yeah, $70. This is gonna be 70. Yep. This is gonna be 70. And to be honest, I think it
Might
looks
be
great.
it. If they really did it from the ground up, it may be justified. I want to see how long this prequel content is that they got it for, and it might be justified to be
Right,
a
and they
full
also
price
adding the
release.
prequel content. They're adding
They did
features
add
that
new
weren't in the
mechanics,
original
yeah,
games.
other mechanics.
Yeah, I
More
think this is a full price title. I do
full
think
price
so.
title. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
shit. And I think the difference is because I watched a couple of the comparison videos. To me, I think like a lot of that shit is night and day
It is.
compared
It
to
is.
how it looked,
It
even
is.
in the anniversary edition, which was like what 2011, I think that came out 2010, 2011. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of that stuff looks much better. So maybe they go with the $60, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a full price title.
A regular full price title. Okay. Yeah, I will be there day one. I will be supporting this game on multiple fronts. I'm sure Microsoft will send a review code copy. I will be buying a copy myself, especially if they drop a physical on PlayStation. I absolutely need that. I absolutely need to see the case with a PlayStation logo on it. I'm buying that. I need the physical. I need that
Yeah, that's
physical
good.
copy.
That's gonna be like a
I
collector's item.
feel like Microsoft is making a little. I know digital is more, but I still feel like on PlayStation, there's still mans out here really buying, physical games on PlayStation, even though the percentage is smaller. But I feel like Microsoft, I feel like they made a mistake with Forza Horizon 5. I would have bought that, a physical copy, immediately if they dropped that. And I think that there's a lot of people I saw, at least on the timeline. Well, I can't say it's a lot of people, but it seemed like there was interest, at least on the social media, that if they dropped the physical copy for Forza when it dropped, people were interested, but they didn't do it.
Right.
I really hope them going into this multi-platform phase, that at least the platforms that they know physical do well still in, or do decent in, they support it and drop physical copies and make that happen. They did it with Gears. I ran out and bought a Gears physical copy for PlayStation.
Did Microsoft do Gears, or was it like a third party company?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was Microsoft who did it. I'm pretty sure
okay.
if they could do Gears, they gotta do Halo. They gotta know that people want that novel, like the novelty. People want to buy that. You know what I mean? I want that physical copy of Halo, bro. I need the game on disc too, bro. No QR code.
Sure.
I need that.
No QR code.
None of that weird shit. Yeah, I need the game on disc, bro.
Yo, nothing on the disc. It's just a license.
Yeah, bro. I need the game on the disc, bro. I need that.
Yeah, this shit crazy though. I have people like even on Facebook talking about it. Like that's my gauge on how I know something is like a big deal, is if I go on Facebook and people is talking about it. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's a big deal. How you feel about people console warring despite all of this? Like people console warring before, and like was already kind of sad because y'all it's like it's over. But now that Halo thing,
it's
like
over now,
some people
man.
gotta put the curtains up at some point, right? Like you gotta put the gloves
It's
up,
done.
hang the jersey up, like it's over.
I just don't know what they fighting. Like, what are they fighting on now? Like, what? It's. I guess you could say, oh, we playing it on Game Pass, and you got to pay full price. Like,
But
come
like,
on.
who cares? All right, I gotta pay
Who
money.
cares?
So it's like, who cares?
I gotta pay
All
money
right.
to own a product. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
like buying people have to stop like treating like buying the game as like a foreign concept. Like, we've been buying games since forever, bro. Like, man's been purchasing games forever. Like, you're not gonna make fun of me for doing something I've been doing for like 30 years, like 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been buying video games all our whole lives, bro.
The entertainment I get now is just to see people come to the light and realize, like, all right, it's over.
I've been seeing a lot of that. I've been seeing a lot of that. People,
who was fresh off of COVID, like my man was fresh off of COVID, brain fog, probably can't smell or taste a thing, and was calling out my guy for wearing the PlayStation shirt on
people gotta see it's over. Like, I don't know how much signs. Like, how many billboards and signs they've been telling you verbatim now too. That's the funny thing. Like, they've been telling you verbatim. Yeah,
it's over. Like, they know. Like even when Phil Spencer said it's only 4 games, what did all the sensible people say? It's not going to be just 4 games. This is just a test bed. They did it when they was bringing games over to PC from Xbox. Oh, we're just what they did first. Quantum Break, I think it was. Oh, we're just testing Quantum Break, see how it goes.
We know what's happening,
brother. If it does well, why would they stop there? Like, why would they stop there? I even say it for PlayStation. Like, Helldivers 2. all signs point to that doing pretty well on Xbox. Why would they stop there? They should bring more multiplayer games over to Xbox, or even
No,
popular PlayStation games
yeah, the
over
war
to
is over.
Xbox
The
that they
fight,
feel
the
that will
fight
do
is over,
well.
bro. The fight is over,
They should
bro.
do
Like at
it
this point, if PlayStation put all their games on Xbox, it wouldn't change a single thing. Like it's over, bro.
at all.
I think I really do feel like that. I know some people are like, I really do feel like if PlayStation drops Spider-Man on Xbox today, it's not changing the console like the space, like the shares. Like it's not all of a sudden gonna make Xbox the most popular console. Like I really do believe that, but I know some people feel like obviously the fanboys are not gonna like it just for talking purposes on the internet. But I don't think that affects PlayStation Now, and we could segue into the next Xbox, right? Because we got a little bit more details, and we got some comments from Satya Nadella.
Sarah Bond even.
We got comments from Sarah Bond. I think it's all but confirmed that the next Xbox will be will have PC function Windows. It'll be running on Windows. It'll be pretty much essentially a PC that a small form factor PC that has like Xbox style OS where
that shit is gonna be a ROG Ally. The Xbox ROG Ally shit that you see is gonna be that.
It's gonna be that, but it's gonna have a custom APU because I did go and do some research about. I watched that guy. That I think his name's like Morse Code or something. Is it Morse Law?
Morse Law.
Morse Law. Yeah, I do, and he's pretty accurate in terms.
On him.
He's pretty accurate.
Lately.
He's pretty accurate when it comes to talking about these consoles prior to their launch. And I watched a whole video of him talking about this Xbox. Apparently, they're making a custom APU, which it's going to play natively, like your series console games, Xbox One games, and obviously he's gonna have the backwards compatibility function. Yeah, the emulation with the 360 and some of the Xbox One titles. So it's gonna have all of that with the functionality of having access to Steam, Epic. I don't know how. See, I still have a lot of questions about this device. I think when it's fully unveiled, then I will get a better understanding of it. Will it have it? Like one of my questions, like, will it have a desktop mode? You know what I mean? Like if you're doing all of that, will you have some form of desktop mode, like how the Steam Deck kind of boots into the big picture mode, but you also could launch it into the desktop mode? Is this the Xbox? Mode, yeah. Is this Xbox gonna have that? Like I have a lot of questions on the functionality of this device, and I made a tweet, and I'm surprised. I made a tweet that like low key, like y'all don't see how my setup right now. I'm in my own room. I have a game room. I also have a living room. And I was just thinking to myself, Jamie, low key, yo, bro, I got over like I almost have like 500 games on Steam, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know about you, bro, but sometimes, the wifey be like, yo, you in your room too much. You know what I mean? You're in the room too much. So if I had a small form factor PC, low key, in the living room, I wouldn't be opposed to owning a device like that. You know what I mean? Whether
why not just build a small form factor PC?
I saw a lot of people saying that same comment as well. The reason, and that's a really good point, and I have built one of those. I built a streaming PC back in the day in a little small casing, which was annoying to put together, by the way. Super annoying to build in one of those compact
in the small form?
Those compact ones, super annoying.
The mini ATX.
Yeah, it's by a mini. I had one of those joints. I had one of those joints for streaming. I got rid of it because low key, I didn't even need it. I was just being extra. I built the whole, you know what I mean? But I was just thinking to myself that like if this device really, like on paper, it sounds good. I think we all can agree on paper it sounds good. But I'm just curious how the functionality of it. I wonder if Windows is gonna, the Windows quirkiness is gonna seep through. You know what I mean? Because I heard with even the ROG Ally, as much as they're praising the device for having a stripped down version of Windows, I hear there's a lot of background, like this whole funny shit going on. I want a stress-free experience. So I'm curious to see what this device is. To answer your question, why don't I just build another form factor PC? I want to see how stress-free this device is. Versus, like, I'm gonna do my research when they announce it, and I might not even get it day one, but if people get their hands on it and I get impressions on it, if it's a stress-free device where I could have access to all my Steam games, because low-key I kind of want a Steam box. I want Valve to come out. I know that's a rumor right now that they're actually working on a Steam box. I wouldn't mind Valve coming out with a home instead of a Steam Deck, but another Steam box. They did it before, it flopped, but I feel like if they did it this time around with their experience with at least on the Steam Deck, the Steam OS and stuff like that. I feel like they probably could get it right this time around. But it seems like Microsoft is gonna be is with their next Xbox is gonna be something similar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the fact that they talking about it being like a premium experience, and this was Sarah Bond's comments, because the dude that she was interviewing, that was interviewing her, kind of like wanted to get a little bit more information about the rumors going on about the next Xbox. All she really had to say was that it will be a premium Xbox, and that basically what they have going on with the ROG Ally, the Xbox ROG Ally, is kind of what more you'll see more of that in the next Xbox.
Yeah, they're pretty much teaming. They're like think along the lines of the ROG Ally. That's what they're pretty much alluding to.
But I'm thinking, but like that's a good point that you made. Like, what type of experience will it be? Will it lean more towards that ROG Ally, where
it's a little
who
quirky
know about the Ally has like the Windows
quirks.
thing that you can kind of go into it, or the console people who just like,
that's why
I want to be able to plug and play. Like, what direction will they go into more of? I think by that point that the next Xbox come out, maybe they'll have more refinements to what they have going on with that Xbox OS.
They got 2
years.
It's
not so much of the PC stuff rearing its ugly head into it.
That's
everything
what I'm
is
saying.
more like streamlined into the console like experience, because
that's what I'm saying.
I think it would be, it's going to be expensive, so I think it's already going to target
that's
a
given.
audience.
That's a given.
But I just don't think even that niche audience will want to deal with the PC kind of quirkiness of it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the only why as far away as
Mm-hmm.
possible from that, even the ROG Ally experience, that they can, and make it more of the Xbox console experience while still having access to those stores. So even if it means those stores, like I don't know what that means. Like, if you were interested in the game, say you're interested in the next not next Halo, whatever, Gears E-Day, and it's on the next Xbox. When you go to buy it, maybe they give you the option to buy it on other stores, like right then and there on that page.
Well, they would have to. It being, that's why I'm so curious on how this device is. If you have Steam on your system, is it going to be Steam Lite? Does that even exist anywhere else? No, it has to be the full version of Steam. It has to be the full-fledged version of Steam. So is it going to be the full
version of Steam, or just that you were able to buy the game on Steam within that Xbox app? You see what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, from my understanding, this device would have to launch another client, a Steam client. It's not like you're going to the Microsoft store to buy a Steam game. You understand? You have to launch the Steam
reason
client.
why I say that though is because your Steam games pop up on the Xbox app now. Your Epic Games Store games pop up on the Xbox app.
But we have to say it correctly. Your installed Steam games pop up. I can't see my entire Steam library. I have over 400 games. I open my Xbox app right now. I don't see my 400 games to install it from the Xbox app. You understand me? Only when I have it installed, then it pops up on the side tab. That's how it works. So pretty much, yes. I'm opening up the Xbox app right now.
I'm looking at it right now.
I can't see all my Steam games. My Steam games are not integrated in the app in the sense. Look, I'm clicking my library, own games.
Okay.
It doesn't. It doesn't show that. It only shows your Xbox stuff, right? That's via the Xbox store. But my games that I have on Steam, J-Main, it won't show unless it's installed on the device. That means if this device obviously needs a Steam client. It's gonna need the Epic Game Store client. It's gonna need those type of clients, right, to work. And I haven't seen light versions of those clients. It's gonna need the full-fledged version. So obviously, it's gonna have the Gears. It's not like Mark's gonna stop dropping Gears on Steam all of a sudden, right? So it's gonna have Gears there. So now you give the player a choice. You see, that's what was bothering me. I made a whole video about this. You're gonna give the player a choice: buy the game on Steam or buy it on the Windows Store.
Like, hold on. So I see what you're saying, but I think they could get it to a point where those games do pop up by. So I don't know how familiar you are with GeForce Now, which is the streaming service from NVIDIA. Yeah. You can log into your your other stores. Mm-hmm. And what happens is those games pop up whether they're installed or not for you to click and play. So I wonder if
install, right?
The
click
Xbox.
Install.
Well, no, I think you can install
but it's streaming. But
it's streaming. Yeah, so it's streaming. So like if I sign into my Steam, my Epic Games, my Ubisoft, all those games that have access to the streaming ability through GeForce Now, all of those games pop up, whether I have them, of course, installed or not. As long as I'm logged in, it'll
I see
pick
what you're
up
saying.
the whole library. So I wonder if Xbox will do something similar. We're taking that thing further, where now you're saying it's just installed to any that you log into Steam, and any game that you have in that library pops up, and then you can kind of install it from there. And then it pops. You know what I mean, it shows up in that library.
And what I'm curious, like, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm taking a wait and see approach. Not like I'm like, I want to see.
Yeah.
Once again, the functionality of this device. Once again, it sounds good on paper, but a lot of things can go wrong where it's just not intuitive, right?
Right. That's what
if they're delivering the promise of like it's really gonna be a console-like experience, but it's essentially just a stripped-down version of Windows and not gonna have all that weird Windows quirkiness on it, then low-key, obviously, it's gonna be expensive. But I saw some people linking me some mini PCs, bro. Those are like 2,700, $3,000. I'm like, bro, like I'm not trying to buy $3,000. Like I don't want a game. You know what I mean? I don't want a game in the living room that bad, like that. You know what I mean? I just want something modest. I want something modest. I can spend a band. I can spend a band. 2,700, 33,000. No, chill out, relax. I want someone to spend something modest where I can have like a mid-range little PC if I can access to my Steam. I think that'll be pretty dope. But I just gotta see how it works first. I want to see how it works. And once again, I made a video about this, but I got so many questions about everything when it comes to this device. I got business questions, which has nothing to do with me.
Right, the storage being on there, like how they making money off of that?
Yeah,
like,
like
that is a question to me.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me. But even the stuff that have to do with me too, I got a lot of questions. The rumor is saying that they're also gonna add free multiplayer to this joint now. And how you better like imagine trying to charge. Imagine trying to charge if it's essentially a PC, right?
So how would that work then? Is it free multiplayer only if you buy it on Steam and Epic Games, or is it? Because then
no, it would have to be free multiplayer across the board, J-Main. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they drop it.
They would have to drop. If they make this device, they would have to drop that. And I have another question off that. Then, like, yo, how many people are subscribed? I don't know. How many people are subscribed to the very basic form of Game Pass just to get access to maybe just multiplayer? There got to be a percentage of people. It got to be a percentage. It got to be a percentage of people that just want to play multiplayer. So if they find out that like maybe your lawyers like that, why would they even subscribe to anything? Like it just seems like it really. You know what this feels like?
Right. Because we feel like the point of Xbox right now is to push Game Pass as hard as possible.
Yeah.
And
might lose subs because of that.
Yeah. And even like so people might subscribe to the lowest tier just to get online access.
Because they got rid of Xbox Live. Remember, they combined them.
Right. They combined everything. So if multiplayer is gone in terms of requirement and paying,
some people just won't subscribe to it.
People won't subscribe to it then. So what the fuck?
See,
what is the ecosystem then?
This device is so confused. Like Microsoft, like them making this device is so confusing, and that's why I feel like this is their last one because it's so fucking confusing. Once again, you're making a PC-like device. We have a platform, a client that is so prestigious. It's fanfared. People love it. Steam. People love Steam. People know it. People love it. Right? If you're a gamer, you're a hardcore, you know of Steam. Like, why adding Steam to your console low key? Like, Steam must be jumping for joy. They like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like who's gonna buy from the Microsoft store when you could buy from Steam, Jamie? Who? It doesn't even. I can't register. I can't even process that. Like, they're all gonna show in the same place. So why not just start collecting your games on Steam? And people already kind of feel iffy about Microsoft in the gaming space, making hardware. So you're making this new hardware. You're about to put Steam on it. You're about to put Epic on it. I feel like Steam is gonna be the popular client. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like for that audience that is gonna end up picking up this device, whether it be 15, 20 million, I feel like Steam is gonna be their client of choice.
I think I disagree with that. I think I disagree with that. We was going back and forth a little bit on this on Twitter, but why
do you think they're gonna stick with the Windows Store versus Steam? Why do you think that?
Because it's going to be labeled as like the Xbox Store, and I think people that's buying an Xbox are going to be familiar with that, and I think people are going to want to stay within that ecosystem because that's what they know. When you put Steam onto the Xbox, I don't think people picking this up is going to know really what Steam is. And now, unless things on Steam show up on the front page and they'd be like, yeah, you buy it here, it's much cheaper, or like I was even saying like the multiplayer thing, but if Xbox is making everything free on multiplayer as well, I do think they're going to be able to get those people to stay within the ecosystem because it is that. We see people now, like a lot of Xbox fans on social media. These are like the diehard people, but I do think a lot of people think like this. They won't switch from Xbox being their main platform because everything is in that ecosystem. All the achievements, all the games that they bought, everything is just within that ecosystem, and they won't switch off of that because that's what they know and love.
You know what? Someone made a good point about the achievements. I can see that. There's a reason why I buy some games, even whether it be third party on PlayStation, because I want achievements. You know, right? But
right.
At least when it comes to Microsoft first party games, nowadays on Steam, you just log into your joint and you gain achievements too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. That's true.
You know
that
what I mean?
True. That is true.
Third party games, no. But first, anything that's published by Microsoft, you literally can log in nowadays. Of like they're published, like the Outer Worlds. I'm pretty sure that anything that's like Xbox Game Studio, I'm pretty sure it has a login.
You log into your account.
You log into your account through Steam, and you literally get both Steam achievements and Xbox achievements. So, I feel like Steam is about to be like a Trojan horse, the real Trojan. You know how they were saying like Xbox about to be a Trojan horse on PlayStation. I feel like Steam. That's what Steam really about to be on Xbox, bro. Like I feel like it's gonna take some of that Steam away, no pun intended, from their storefront. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people are just gonna start buying shit on Steam. I'm even now that I was thinking about it, I'm even interested in this device because of Steam, not even because of Xbox. Just because of Steam.
To see how it is on the device.
Because I kind of want a Steam box. I kind of want a little Steam box, a little TV
okay.
A little TV Steam box. You know what I mean?
Look at Kofi trying to justify his purchase.
That's what y'all think? Yo, bro, if I wanted one, I'll just buy it, bro. If I wanted, I don't have to justify it. If I wanted, I'll just buy it.
Because this new tech, bro. Stop trying to justify this shit on all these other reasons. I want to Steam box.
Where's my RG Ally? Where's my RG Ally at, Jamie?
Come on, dog. You got a Steam Deck. You don't need it. You got.
This one's stronger though. This one's stronger. It's new tech. Come on, cut it out. Because I'm actually
still
interested.
Not running games at 60 FPS. Like you know what time it is.
I'm actually interested if it could play that shit on my TV. If I could play my Steam games, because right now I have no way. And look at how big my PC is. If I wanna, I'm not moving this from room to room. I wouldn't mind a Steam PC TV experience. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind a Steam PC experience for me personally, just because I have such a crazy library. You know what I mean? If my family coming over, it's not like we have to come in this fucking game room, which is small. You know what I mean? Man's could be outside in the living room with the Steam, with the little Steam Xbox. You know what I mean? I might be about that. I might be about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. It's a lot, like you said, it's a lot of questions. But
I got a lot of questions about the device before I would even pull the trigger, and I need a lot of questions to be answered about that.
For rumored prices of 1,000,
people are saying 1,000 plus
and 1,200.
Yeah,
like that's insane.
If
they want something like that, nobody's buying that. It's
gonna be. I think it's established that it's gonna be extremely niche. Right, I think that's pretty much established, right?
Like, so what's the point? What is the point of it?
I think this is. I already told you. I think this is their last hurrah. I think it's gonna be strong as hell. I think it's gonna be stronger than the PlayStation. It's gonna be way more expensive than the PlayStation. I think they're gonna say, "Fuck it, play your Steam games, Epic games, EA games, all that shit on there. Fuck it." You know what I mean? Here's the device, and that's what it is. And I think after a couple of years on the market, discontinued. Come back to this podcast. I just laid down the whole framework of this console, bro. A couple, 1, 2, 3 years on the market, discontinued. They out. They not selling on the stores no more, bro. But if it's really gonna be $1,200, it's definitely gonna price a lot of people out. I think it's an automatic, PlayStation 6 generation. Already know PlayStation is kind of like the default console right now at this point in time, right? They have to just drop a $600-$700 system, and people are just running out and buying that, bro. You know what I mean? So,
I guess the point of it is to go off of like a lot of, because we got a lot of comments this week from Xbox executives. One of the other ones that I think, not Satya, who was that? Is it Amy Hood? I think her name was, where she came out. Well, I think it leaked that it's been a few years, but they've been aiming for 30% profit margins.
Oh yeah,
everything that they produce.
Yeah.
So an expensive box makes sense because if you sell it at that price, you're not going to money on that.
Yeah, no. The reason why it's going to be expensive because they're not subsidizing the console. They're not taking no losses. I said that last time. I feel like they're not going to take a loss on this console, bro. Whatever they're selling, they're going to sell it exactly what it's probably what it's cost to the manufacture the device. You know what I mean? I don't think they're taking no losses on this device. That's why it's going to be expensive. It's going to be really, they're not, once again, especially if you're adding all these storefronts to the device, like you're not forcing your players to buy at least software from your storefront. You're giving them the choice. So you're going to lose some sales you're going to lose some sales to Steam. You're going to lose some sales to this person, that point. And another point I brought up, if this is Windows with a desktop mode, what's going to stop this from turning into the Dreamcast or just pirating games, yo? Back in the day, the Dreamcast, if you don't know, mans who know, the Dreamcast, you didn't even need a mod. J-Man, you didn't even need a mod for the Dreamcast. You could just burn the CD-ROM, play, and it would work. That was like there's no security. You need to open it up, put a mod chip in it. You could just burn the CD, pop it in, and the joint will work. You know what I mean? So that's like another whole thing. You're like, but I am interested in the device, low key, for maybe some emulation for my Steam games. It depends the form factor and how they package it and the functionality of it. They make it super easy, because low key, even if it's $1,200, if I'm putting together a PC for that price, it'll probably run me a little bit more. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say? It'll probably run me a little bit more. So,
but I think like somebody mentioned in it, because like if I think Game Pass was I don't know, maybe Game Pass isn't as important anymore as after they realized it might not hit them targets that they were expecting, and now it's just get your games everywhere, and people buy Switch, them. You get PlayStation. You get your cut from it, and then you take those and
they'll make a lot of money that way. Yeah,
right. But I don't. We say that, but I don't know. Like that recent report was a little bit. I don't know. That recent report was a little bit like.
Yeah, but isn't that it might not be fair?
Because it's factoring in the hardware.
It's factoring a whole bunch of shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if Microsoft was a straight publisher company, I'm pretty sure we'd be hearing the reports would be higher. If it was just we're just straight doing software, we had nothing, we're just releasing games on Switch, we're releasing games on PlayStation, I'm pretty sure the reports are gonna come out and be high. I think when you combine your gaming revenue with the hardware side of things and other shit that's not going well, then the shit look crazy. You know what I'm saying? The shit look crazy.
That's why that could also be why they're leaning towards getting into a expensive console, like you said, so they're not taking losses on it, and everything is on the up and up. So I definitely get that portion. Like just be a fucking third party like publisher. Like fuck the hardware at that point.
You think the Series X sold at a loss today? Let's see if I can find that. Because usually, obviously as time goes on and
they're usually able to subsidize like it with the software. I'm
curious. I'm curious. Who knows? It might be.
I just don't know if they sell enough software, to make it up. I don't know, because as we see as now, like the hardware seems to bring it down a lot. Yeah.
This is an article from 2022, so things could change, but apparently, it says Microsoft subsidizes the console, losing an estimated $100 to $200 per unit. I don't know. That's why I just read somewhere.
Jesus, I didn't know it was that much.
PC Mag posted that story. GameStop posted that story, so I'm not pulling it out of my ass. But it is an old article for 2022.
I'm not surprised.
Almost much as $200 for Xbox Series X console.
With the recent report, I think they lost a total. I think it was like $100 and something $million that the hardware like was negative on or some shit like that. Like,
so that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of like
hardware revenue was negative 29%. Content and services was plus 1%. Total gaming revenue negative 2%. So they're clearly still losing money on that hardware.
This article from
go ahead. Sorry.
This article from PC Mag. It says Sony says $499 PS5 no longer sells at a loss. This was 2021. But you see, typically when a console launches, sold at a loss just to keep the prices low, get people to buy the shit. You know what I mean? As when they They refine the units. That's why these consoles have so many different variations of code. Like the codes, when you look at the codes, have a different variations because it gets cheaper and cheaper. They refine it to make it cheaper to manufacture. So I don't know if that's happened for Xbox yet.
Yeah. So to correct it, the Xbox revenue year over year overall was 113% down. I mean, $113 million down. So yeah, I think that's all like a lot of that has to be hardware.
Yeah, the numbers is shaky. The numbers are shaky. I do think
they will get better. Mm-hmm. I do think they would get better the more they either sell a hardware at a premium or just get out of the hardware business as a whole and kind of do even like what they did with the Xbox ROG Ally, like giving it off to a third party to manufacture.
I could see that.
Slap your name on it.
See, that's how I feel like what's gonna happen too. Like I do feel like the next console is the last one that they're gonna make under like their umbrella. But if Xbox is gonna exist somewhere in hardware wise, they're gonna be like probably licensing the name for other like companies to do it. But the thing is, if it's performing bad, like maybe Asus might not want to do it, because once again they're in the business of making money too, right? And they gotta sell the hardware because they're not making no money off the games. A company like Asus is not making no money off no game sales. You know that, right? Like I know we all know that, right? So they make the money off the hardware. So it might be in their interest not to make the hardware either, because if no one's buying the hardware, right? Like they might be like, yo, like, why are we even doing this, yo? Like we can't even move no units at this joint. You know what
I'm saying? I think there was a report. Okay, I think I found it. Quote was, "It really was Asus," says Microsoft, about the ROG Xbox Ally X's eye-watering $1,000 price tag. That is all of their insight into the market. So yeah, they felt like they needed to price it probably that high because it might not sell a lot. So they're not trying to take, any losses or
trying to lose money,
minimal amount of losses on that device. So yeah, that's a good point.
See, that's why Valve has a really good advantage in this space. I was talking about Xbox being a Steam box, but Valve has a really good advantage. They made ground with the Steam Deck, and the difference between Valve is they make a lot of money off they client, they storefront. You know what I mean? They make a lot of money selling games off their joint. Yep. So that's why you go on the Steam Deck page and look at the prices of the OLED. Like, your prices are mad reasonable. You can buy a Steam Deck for like $300, like $400, right? You know what I'm saying? So they have an advantage there because they probably could take a hit. They could subsidize the hardware and take a hit and price it appropriately because they make so much money off software sales just in general.
Well, that's probably Xbox's thinking then too. Then by putting their games everywhere, but they still not trying to take a hit. Yeah, they're still not trying to take it as much of a hit probably as Valve. But Xbox thinking is too, like, we making money by putting our games everywhere.
On PlayStation, making money
on PlayStation and soon Nintendo and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but I think with Xbox, they're trying to have everything up. Like, they're not trying to take a hit nowhere.
Yeah.
So some more comments from the Xbox execs that kind of had people talking was Matt Booty, and then later on Satya and Nadella doubled down. Is that Xbox says that they're not competing. They're not in competition with another console. They're in competition with things like TikTok and movies.
That's loser talk. Simply put, that's loser talk. Like, we don't have to go with this PR nonsense that, mans are doing, bro. Like, they're only talking like this because they lost that battle, right? They lost the console battle, so they're not gonna come out and be like, yo, we lost the console battle. Their actions gonna show that they lost the console battle. But this is just loser talk for like, yo, bro, I know I lost a 1-on-1, but I really be playing like tennis for real, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you beat me in a 1-on-1 game, but I be playing tennis for real, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's just loser talk.
Oh,
bro.
Shit.
It's just loser talk.
Nah, you beat me in 1-on-1 basketball, but I really be playing 5-on-5 pickup. Like,
it's just
I really be playing with like a point
guard.
It's
literally the street equivalent to like street, like NBA terms. This is literally that, bro. Like, it's just loser talk, bro. Like, it's just loser talk. Like, we have to just.
I'll be playing like organized pickup. We run plays and shit like that. Nah, so I do think you're right. I also think like they're not wrong in saying this,
bro. But it's been like that for everything. It's fight for attention. No, but it's a fight for attention for everything. That's for everything.
It's 24 hours in a day.
Everything's fighting for your attention.
So everybody's fighting for attention, whether it be TikTok. You could go back in time, like back when we was kids and we played on PS2, of course they fighting for our time from the movie theaters,
Movies,
from
yeah, everyone's
malls,
fighting for your time, bro.
arcades.
Yeah,
Like they're fighting for our time. TV, like when TV
yeah,
was a big thing, we watching cartoons and shit like that. They're
yeah,
fighting for your time. Nowadays, the popular thing with the kids is TikTok, social media in general.
yeah. But
Like you fighting for
even the
that time. Like
comparison is
everybody's fighting for
stupid.
that
The
time.
comparison is stupid because the mediums is like it's not even apples to apples type of even compare because the mediums like what gaming offers and what you doing on TikTok is totally two different levels of entertainment. Yes, entertainment fights for your time. That's the concept of entertainment. You know what I mean? Like yo, you can't watch a movie, play a game. That's every day. So like once again, this is just corporate talk. Just for we lost, so we gotta switch how we play the game. That's just what Microsoft has been doing, right? We lost, so we gotta change the game, the type of game we're playing. They were losing in basketball, so they went to go play tennis. That's basically what's happening here, bro.
And I think like this language, I think this language only hurts their relationship. I mean, not only, but I think it majority like hurts their relationship with their core audience. And it's just so weird to me.
It's just a confusing thing to like. They just say too much things. Like people complain that Sony don't talk too much, which you can make a valid criticism that like these days Sony's mad quiet. There's no really outreach to people like they used to be outreach. But I feel like Microsoft is on the other spectrum of that. Like they talk too much. They talk too much, and it seems to create a lot of confusion and bite them in the ass. It got to be a nice little medium between how you communicate with your audience, and you know what I mean. Like I feel like Microsoft's on the other end of the spectrum while they just talk way too much. And right now maybe PlayStation might be on a little bit of the too quiet side where they gotta maybe do a little bit more communicating with the fans. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely it's a balance that you gotta find.
It's a balance.
Not everything needs a comment, and I feel
need
like
a reaction either too.
It doesn't need like the motherfuckers shut down Concord, a whole studio.
Yeah,
and only
they
thing
moved
they
on.
say
They
is
moved on.
And they moved on. They'd be like, yeah, we're actually still
1-2 tweets and that's it.
Games.
Yeah, 1-2 tweets,
like
1-2 articles or whatever, and they, you know what I mean? They don't stay there. They don't, like they don't do too much. Sometimes they have to come out and address something when something big like that happens, but they don't.
I look at the 4 games comment with Phil Spencer. Like it's just 4 games. Like
like that stuff hurts. Yeah, that shit hurts in the long run to the core audience. Maybe not to the casuals. It might not be because who knows? Maybe the regular Joe have never seen that video. But your core fan base sees your core people that will line up and buy your shit sees that shit and it hurts them.
And that's what I was kind of getting to. My point is like you destroying that relationship, and then you're gonna come around and try and sell them an expensive console where it's a premium product, but you already damaging that relationship to the point where they don't even want to fuck with you no more. So who is that really gonna be for? Like like that's what I say. Like talking too much, it really gets to the core fan base, and that's where you do the most damage. And now you're trying to sell these products to the core fan base, and they're gonna be like, "Nigga, no, get out of my face."
Yeah, for real. Is there anything else to speak on? We do got some super chat donation. Let me read that. This one's from Rufflemut. I do appreciate it. He says, supposedly Halo is also coming to Switch 2. I don't know what's going on with Switch 2 and their announcements. I heard because some people didn't get dev kits on time, so it's delayed some announcements for some games, but who knows. But I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case. E-Rock has been a member for 53 months. I appreciate you, E-Rock. He said, J-Main, an Xbox hater like always.
Absolutely. They deserve it too.
The funny thing is like, yo, they just make some weird moves, but they honestly, like, yo, like I said, I think this was a good year for them. Like, it was a not bad year for them in terms of producing some pretty decent games, publishing some decent games, bro. I ain't gonna be mad at it, bro.
A lot of games.
Yeah, they published some decent games, bro. Yeah,
as they should.
Yeah, whether they be multiplayer or not, but a lot of games came out of that camp. You know what I mean? Kwanzima says Matt got that breath talking Xbox nonsense. Holy.
He said Super Chat changed his comments. I don't know if that was what he was really trying to say.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. They censored him or some shit.
They're censoring stuff now? What's going on over here on YouTube, man?
Oh, he said Matt got that booty breath. They
took it out. They took it out. That's crazy. That's crazy. YouTube be doing that now? That's wild. Yeah. So is there anything to hit? There was some rumors surrounding PS6. Let's get to that real quick.
Oh, like the release or
Well, it's okay. Yeah, we got some release rumors. You know, a lot of people are hoping that PS6 comes a little bit later, but it seems like they are targeting a 2027 release. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
people are
there's
just gonna have to come to the grips that this generation wasn't as impressive to them as they might have hoped.
at first I was
And
throwing out
that's
my cape for that, but now I may have to agree. It just feels like I. It feels the funny thing is it feels like this year and next year too that it's just getting started. Does anyone get that feeling like yo? We're talking about
yeah.
Forza Horizon 6, Gears of E-Day. We're talking
Next,
about
yeah. And this year
Wolverine,
was great too. It's a
GTA.
lot of
Like
games that came out
it
this year.
feels like honestly, it feels like this generation could theoretically extend for another 4 years. Like I wouldn't be mad. Would you be mad if the PS5 line is another 3-4 years, or you think it's too long?
3 years. Actually, my prediction was 2028 for the next
I feel
and
like
Xbox.
people will be comfortable by then. By then, we'll probably have done seeing Naughty Dog's game. We'll probably done
Yeah.
seeing Sony Santa Monica's new game.
That's
But if,
I think that's what it is though. It's a lot of
yeah,
the
some of
heavy
the big
hitters only put out either
yeah,
one game or haven't even put out a game yet.
yeah,
So
yeah.
people's like, nah, it can't be over yet.
And you know
Like,
what's so
I'm not buying no
interesting?
PS6.
All that means is we're gonna have the exact same feeling for the PS6 console. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Because
a lot of
guess what?
cross-gen
The
stuff.
heavy hitters, look when they're coming out. Obviously, a highly anticipated game from Sony Santa Monica, Sci-Fi, whatever the game that Corey Barlog is working on. We know that's coming, right? That might be an end
Yeah.
generation, cross-generational game, bro. So you already know
Yep.
his next major game. When is that gonna? How long is that gonna take? Another 7-6 years?
And the
8 years.
PS6.
End of PS6, right? Naughty Dog's doing Intergalactic right now. When is their next game really gonna be?
That
Like
might be
their next major game?
2027, dog.
You know what
I
I'm
don't see that coming out next year. I'll be surprised if it comes out next
Yeah,
year.
if Intergalactic doesn't come out next year and it comes 2027, that's literally at the end of the generation. Like it's gonna be another cross. It's gonna be another probably pretty much cross gen, or they're gonna do some sort of upgrade path to probably PS6. They're gonna do something, right?
Yeah.
When is Naughty Dog gonna drop their next page? So we're kind of in this weird space. I felt like if the people that are super mad about PS4 cross gen and PS5 cross gen, I feel like next generation is gonna be even worse.
Yeah. Oh
That's
no,
what I think.
I've accepted it. I've accepted.
You guys
it.
have to, yeah.
Once
I think it's gonna be even
did it,
worse.
once they did it, and after Jim Ryan said we believe in generations, and then they turned around and made all these cross generation games, I was mad, but I accepted it. I understand what it is, and I know what it means for the business wise. Like, why would you leave all those people behind when you can make money off of it? I just speak on it from a technicality purpose, like how much more you could probably do with the game. But I understand it, and we're definitely getting it for PS6. Are you
PS6 is
crazy?
gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad
We're
cross gen for
definitely getting.
PS6.
What I do think they might have learned from this generation moving forward, outside of the live service stuff, like maybe not go so crazy with developing so many at once and putting all that money into it at once, is that they need to start developing more games that are smaller in budget so that they can come out quicker from these same studios. And I know
Yeah.
some of these studios say they not like two game studios or 3 game studios, but creating games within your flagship titles universe, I still think it's the best option for PlayStation going forward because those games might not
Reuse
cost
some
as much. And they can
assets.
come
You know what
out.
I mean? Be
Yes,
creative.
reuse,
Be creative.
absolutely.
Be creative. That's what Nintendo does.
Look
Be
at Miles
creative, bro.
Morales. Like Miles
Yeah.
Morales is the
Make
perfect
new
example. Lost
stories.
Legacy, perfect example. God of War could like even Valhalla to me that was a great like stopgap game. Even though
I 100% agree with
DLC,
you. They need
it
more
was
of
a
those.
lot of
They need more
content.
of those, bro. They need more of those.
Yes, more of those because they're not gonna do the smaller titles that are niche in terms of like popularity of a title because those don't sell as much. But if you put out another God of War universe type of game,
Yeah.
those games might be
J-Man's
more
spinning right
attentive.
now. J-Man's spinning, and I wholeheartedly agree with his take right now. Like, definitely the franchises that already have a buzz. Yo, you reuse some of your assets and create have smaller teams create other cycles. I think every studio at PlayStation should be on a 2-game cycle. One should be doing the main project, and one should be doing a silo project.
Perfect.
Little silo project.
Perfect.
Like the whole idea. Look how much people are kind of anticipating the possibility of a 2D God of War game. I kind of want to see that, bro. Like I would love to see kind of like a Metroidvania 2D, like a 2.5D or something interesting. You know what I mean? And that also brings the creativity aspect too, because a lot of people are we're starting to see articles pop up. It's like PlayStation, we're tired of seeing you make the same type of game. You know what I mean? So that you could use those opportunities to maybe take something into a different field or a different plane. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be interesting to see. Like I
Or even
think
like an expansive DLC that feels more like an expansion rather than like just add-on content,
yeah,
like they do with
yeah,
Horizon and stuff like that,
yeah,
or Witcher, where they had
yeah, man.
Blood and Wine and I forget the other one, but yeah, like stuff like that. Like put those
yeah.
out, and those don't take as long, and fans still appreciate it, and the
I think
reception
that's
is
a good
great. Like
system. I think that's a good
perfect.
system. You drop the big one, then maybe a year or two later, you have this kind of like the stopgap game before you have, you know what I mean? Then maybe 3 years later, then the next big one comes. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to do something like
Yeah,
that, especially with all the studios they have. They could produce something like that, high quality, big budget game, and like a double A game in the mix, or an indie style side scroller. You know what I mean? Or something interesting within the
because they're
universes
not.
of those games, and that's how it's done,
They've
man.
been they've been loud and clear about like smaller titles from like with Japan studios like Gravity Rush, and those used to be like the fillers, like stuff
Mm,
like that to fill in between, but those games didn't do as good to them as they were I guess needing them to be. So why not take those IPs that are really popular and make spinoffs?
yeah,
I think
yeah,
those would do pretty well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they saying PS6 is looking to target a 2027 release date, which is 2 years from now. So like
Yeah, it feels
I don't
soon. It does feel soon to me. I
it
can't
does
even
feel
lie.
soon.
It feels soon.
The
It feels
only
like we're
thing
really getting started for real, especially with next year's lineup of games. From the
yeah.
Fate, like I said, the Fables, rumored Gears, Halo. Now we got the Forza, we got Wolverine, we got Sorrow. So
Wolverine,
it feels like
Sorrows,
we got
GTA
Token,
6.
GTA 6. It feels like we're
Yeah.
really Resident Evil Requiem. Like now, like it seems like
Woo! Can't wait for that.
it's getting going. It's starting to get going, and hey, generation's over. But I think it's exactly what you said. We just got to get used to that. It's almost like on some PC type shit, where like
Yes,
it's some
yo,
PC type shit.
yes.
Like you know what I
Yes,
mean? The
yes.
PC we don't go through. We just upgrade our shit as we go. Right? It's
Just
gonna be
upgrade your yeah.
consoles are
And
starting
that's
to
what I
feel
think.
like that now. Are starting to feel like
Yep,
that now.
yep. You hit the nail on the head, bro. Once they started doing the cross shit, I'm like, okay, they probably trying to look at it like PC does
On some
because
PC shit
PC
type shit. Yeah.
PC is able to garner a fan base, a player base that can carry over because the only thing that you're changing is the innards of
Yeah.
your system.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not cutting
Yeah.
off like the window
Yeah.
is bigger, so like
Yeah.
you're not cutting off a whole 100 million to play your new
Yeah.
game. You have the
Yeah.
100 million plus the 20 to 30 million that might buy
Exactly.
it within the first
Exactly.
2 years or something like
Exactly.
that. So
Exactly.
yeah. So in time wise, 7 years is usually pretty normal for a base. But when you're looking at the first few years as
We're
just
talking about
cost
game.
gen,
We're just talking about games wise. It don't
we're
feel
talking
right.
about
We're not. Yeah,
games,
we're
right?
talking about games wise.
Right.
It doesn't feel like a complete generation games wise. Obviously, duration is similar to others. We agree there. It's just games wise. It don't feel like we got
Yeah.
we got enough of those games to really feel like we're about to close out a generation. Like it doesn't feel like that.
I do think people need to count games like Ragnarok and Horizon. I'm
I
not
think
just
so
saying that because
too. I
I
used to
love
say
those
that to y'all
games.
guys. I used to say that to you, J
No,
man.
no,
I
no.
used to say
Listen,
that to you.
I always counted them. I always was just upset that they were cross gen. I didn't look at them as like bad games. I think they're amazing games, but
Mm,
it's just that they were cross gen. So I'm like, damn, I wonder what they could be like if they were only PS5. But I still look at them as great games that, because at the end of the day, all them niggas that's complaining about Horizon and God of War, myself included, we wasn't playing them shits on no PS4.
you're
Why
playing on the
you
PS5.
complaining about it being cross-gen? Why you ain't playing it on the PS4 then? Ask
Yeah,
yourself that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So why are you looking at it as a PS4 game when you
yeah,
wasn't playing
yeah,
it on no
yeah,
PS4? You
yeah.
wouldn't dare play it on the PS4. So
And it,
that's that's
and
why I still count them. I just feel
mm.
like, damn, I wish they could have did more with them being only PS5.
And it's funny, like sometimes a game will be exclusively on the PS5, and y'all be like, "Yo, it's a PS4 game that it's just a PS4 game that they just put on the PS5." Like y'all be saying that
Yeah,
shit too.
I don't say that. I don't.
Yeah,
People say that about Spider-Man too. I don't say that
it's
because
just a PS4
I
game that they just put on PS5. Like y'all never happy,
yeah,
bro. Y'all's never happy. Like you know what I mean? We gotta.
yeah.
I think we have to
I
just
feel
also
you.
come to terms that like also we once again we talked about this before. We're in an incremental. I feel like we're in an incremental phase when it comes to gaming versus versus generational like massive generational shifts. I think just is
Yeah.
more incremental changes that we get nowadays. So
Yeah, and I'll give you some pushback on that. I still feel like games having 60 FPS modes across the board is a generational shift, even
Well,
though we used to
even
have 60
yeah.
FPS games. But I'm
Well,
just saying
it's
on
kind of
consoles,
regular for a brother like me, you know what I mean? Who game
yeah,
on
you on
PC anyway.
PC and
Yeah,
shit right
anyway.
now.
So
I'm just saying from the
you know what I
console
mean. So
perspective, getting games at this fidelity at 60 FPS, I do
yeah,
think
it is nice.
is
It
a
is
leap.
nice.
Because
It is nice.
we took a hit during the PS3 era to get a graphical generational leap in the PS3 era and Xbox 360 era. Games
Yeah.
had to go back to 30 FPS. Now we get in
Both.
similar
It's
graphics,
good that
even a
we're
little bit
targeting
better,
both. Yeah.
and we're still targeting 60 FPS modes. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing, and I think that's a nice advancement in
At least the
console
console
gaming.
space, yeah. They need the
Yeah,
fact that these guys are pushing for higher frame rates. It's a good thing. Yes, I agree.
absolutely.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
agree.
So it should only be even better with next generation. We might start, seeing consoles have things like a better, of course, super resolutions and frame
Yeah,
generation and stuff like that
that
too.
AI stuff
So,
is gonna come clutch. And once again,
mhm.
we're gonna see how technology does. There is a rumor that PlayStation is releasing like some sort of, I don't know, it's their handheld or some sort of Series S type of device for
Oh yes,
PS6.
yes, yes,
That is a
yes.
rumor going
Shit,
on.
it might be all of it. It might be all of it.
Yeah,
Handheld, Series S type device,
yeah,
and a
yeah,
regular type
yeah,
device.
yeah. And once again, with the advancements, I know people hear that and they kind of cringe a little bit, but with the advancements of AI and super sampling technology and stuff like that, you never know. The games might still look beautiful on the TV, right? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
what if like the raw native pixel count's not exactly native, but they're using some sort of technology to make it look like you can't. It's indistinguishable. Who cares, right? As long as if it plays
yeah.
good and it looks great, who gives a shit, right? So
The beauty and substance in games is just ultimately going to come down to the type of which developer is making it.
yeah,
That's it. Like
yeah.
when we saw like certain graphical leaps, even in the PS4 generation, like with Killzone or even PS3 generation, some of those games like they look beautiful, but they weren't. You know what I mean? They weren't some of the best games of those generations. They
Yeah,
were
that's what I'm
just like, oh
saying.
shit,
Yeah, yeah,
they look
yeah,
amazing. But
yeah,
people like Naughty Dog, Rockstar, I give CD Project Red even credit. Like those are going to be able the ones that are going to give us the graphical leap and the gameplay leap as well. At least we hope.
yeah,
Sometimes like you can't really expect both from these studios because they don't have the manpower. Look, take a second and look at the credits of a Red Dead Redemption 2 or Last of Us 2.
yeah. Mad people.
2,000, 3,000
Yeah,
people.
mad
How
people.
many years it took to make? Like you're
Yeah,
not
not
getting
everyone.
that from a
Yeah,
Sucker Punch.
yeah. You can't
Sucker
do that
Punch
from
is
everybody. Yeah, people
a
have to
couple hundred
understand that.
people.
That's facts. Like
Like,
people have to do, especially the people who are in know. Like we have to have a little bit more nuance complaints and conversations. Like not every
yeah,
studio could be a rock star, bro. Like they don't have
yeah,
the privilege to do even something like that, bro. So we can't expect
yeah.
that across the board. That's crazy. Yeah. I think we did enough yapping for the night, bro. J Main, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
was
time to get
great.
out of here, bro.
Great show. I had a good time
Shout out
getting
to
our
everyone who
shit
came
off.
through. Shout out to everyone who hit the like button. We really do appreciate it. You know what I mean? We about to get out of here, man. Hope you guys
Yeah.
have a great night.
Happy
And
Halloween. Tomorrow's Halloween. If you're
yeah,
taking the
happy
kids out,
Halloween.
have
Be
fun, be
safe.
safe.
Yep.
My suggestion too, like if you are a little bit iffy on taking the kids out for Halloween because like getting candy from strangers, I think you should still take the kids out because it's a fun experience. Just buy them candy that you keep at the house and just swap it out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That way the
Yeah.
kids can still experience Halloween
Yeah.
and the candy is safe. Ask them
Yes,
what their
sir.
favorite candy is, buy it in bulk, and then just swap it out at the end of the day. They won't give a fuck. Candy is candy. But the experience of going door to door, getting dressed up, seeing their friends maybe or seeing other kids
Yeah.
out, that experience is second to none. So,
Yeah.
have some fun, be safe, and everybody